What's up, y'all? Welcome to Game Night here at Heavy Cardboard. I'm your host, Edward.
Derek. Martin.
Sarah.
All right, tonight we got Thomas Spitzer's Bier Pioniere, designed by, you guessed it, Thomas Spitzer, and published by Spielfeibel. It's German. It's a German publisher. There are copies available. Apparently, they are in English. The rule book here in English came out Spiel last year.
Year before.
Year before.
23.
Okay,
but really came for everybody else in 23.
24. Yeah. So anyway. So welcome everybody watching live around the world as well as after the fact. I'm going to do most of the front end teach and then we're going to get started. It's a pretty tight worker placement game. If you were not familiar with Thomas Spitzer, he did the Cole trilogy originally from Spielworks and then from Capstone Games, as well as other publishers. But yeah, you were the impetus. This is your copy. You were the impetus.
Yeah, I picked it up at Spiel the year it came out in German, played it in German, and liked it in German as much to get the English cards as when they were available.
Yeah, because it's not. Yeah, because the cards are where the language dependency comes in.
The board is perfectly fine.
Yep. And Sarah, you played this a bunch as well, right?
Yep, this will be my 5th play.
All right, and Martin's and my 2nd, I think,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. All right. So yeah, y'all ready? Let's do a little theme. Let's get into this, shall we? All right. So it's 1850. The history of brewing beer goes back to ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia, and over the centuries, different cultures and regions have developed their own unique beers. Last but not least, Germany is known as a famous quote-unquote beer country. At the beginning of industrialization, from around 1850, the players, also known as brewmasters, because of course, developed their own small home brewery into a large brewery by brewing more and more different types of beer, improving the beer process, and with new achievements such as refrigeration machines or beer filters, increasing the efficiency of the workers, and trying to score as many victory points with beer deliveries and other actions to make their brewery number one. Drinking beer is easy, but brewing it, distributing it, and being better than your other brewmaster competitors is a completely different matter. All right. So, what is it you're looking at? Oh, victory point track on the bottom. Anyways, the goal of the game, end of the game trigger is 20 points. So, a small amount of points is a significant amount of points in this game. It is a worker placement game, so all these spots that you see out here are multiple spots for workers to be able to go. We have a card display that will cascade down from the right to the left. I don't know why I'm not using this. So there we go. We have our brewery level at the top of it. We have our turn order track, which are the barrels up there at the top. Along with it are additional workers that we're going to be able to take for actions. We'll figure that out. There you go. That's good. The worker placement spots, as I mentioned, victory point track on the bottom. We have our bonus actions. We have the end of round stuff, and then everybody has their own tableau as well. There are extension tiles that we're going to be able to acquire as well, and then off board or off camera, we have the different types of beer that we're going to barrel and brew over here on our player tableau. We have cardboard money. Martin Fowler's not watching, so we can use it. And we have barrels as well. And then we also have a set of starting cards. The cards look like this. The starting cards have the little S in the bottom right-hand corner. We each have 3 of those. But that's pretty much everything you're looking at, except your upgraded, more experienced workers that you can unlock are also not available. All right. So what is it you're trying to do in this game? You're trying to score points. How do you score points? You score points by, it's a recipe fulfillment game. So each of these cards up here in the purple areas, well, most of the cards, have recipes that want fulfilling. Stars are victory points. Pretty straightforward. So ultimately, that's what you're mainly trying to do. You're going to also get points from these objectives that are up there, but ultimately you're trying to brew beer and then deliver beer via the cards. Score points, at 20 points, trigger the end of the game, go into final scoring, and that's that. So, on a round, the game is played over an indeterminate number of rounds. Each round has 2 phases. The main phase, which is the action phase, everybody has 5 workers, maybe a 6th worker, possibly. And then after everyone is done with all of that, we're going to go through the Runden, i.e. the end of round stuff. That's it. Rinse and repeat until the end of the game is triggered. All right?
Sounds good.
All right. So everybody has 5 workers. What are the workers? So first things first, let me go ahead and show you one of the workers. There are 3 different kind of types of workers. There are unnumbered regular workers. These are going to live up here, and they're going to be able to take these actions. This is going to be one of our 5 workers for up there. So that's one. Then, if you look over here in my tableau area, I have 2 numbered or experience level workers. We start with a experience level 1 and an experience level 2. That is worker number 2 and number 3. There's also a truck over here that is worker number 4 for action number 4. And finally, we have our administration unnumbered worker, which will remain there, and that is going to be our number 5 worker. The 2 little guys that we have there, the chitlins, the children, are going to be available for bonus actions. Those are not workers in and of themselves. So we have 2 experience level workers, a truck, an admin, and we have this guy over here, which that makes worker number 5. So on your turn, in turn order, going left to right in turn order, you're going to take one of your 5 and then do an action. Carry out the action immediately, and then maybe there's some bonus stuff that you can do, and then it goes to the next player in turn order. Rinse and repeat, do that going around until you're out of workers. If you have less workers than somebody else, then you just pass. Now, I said it's 5 or 6, because when you come over here on the turn order action area here, you'll notice that there is 1 additional numbered or experience level worker, and there is 1 extra truck. Now, this is a worker placement game, so if somebody chooses that location, obviously they take whatever that is, they do whatever that is. So that's how you might get a 6th action in a given round. All right? Now, you are not limited in your choice at the beginning of a turn as to what action you want to take. You can either do this one first, you can do this one first, or you can take any of your other 3, your truck or your experience level workers. The trucks will go into those 4 locations. Well, not all of them, but one of them. And then your experience level workers will go onto any of the spots out here with numbered workers as well. All right? So you're going to take one action, do it, and then move on to the next player. Okay. So the best way I know how to talk about this game is to actually talk about what the various actions are. So we'll start with the core of the game, arguably the most complex. And look, none of these actions in this game are complex, but this is the one that arguably maybe, I guess, kind of, sort of, might be, I guess. Anyway, this is actually brewing beer, all right? It says 1 to 4. So that means how many barrels you can start to brew at the moment you start to brew them, okay? So there's a couple limitations on that, all right? The first one is up here at the top. You'll notice that when we get up there, you'll notice that we have our brew level, and that's our little bottle indicator. Everyone starts on level 1. It can move up to 2, and then 2, and then moving over, 3, and then finally the 4s. That's going to be limitation number 1. Limitation number 2 is going to be over here on your player board. All right, so let's go ahead and show this. So everybody has the availability to brew potentially 6 different types of beer. At the beginning of the game, the only beer that you can brew is alt. What does alt mean? It's alt. I don't know.
Thanks.
Okay, so that's the only one that's available for players to be able to brew. As the game advances, they're going to be able to expand their brewery by being the Kool-Aid man and knocking down walls. Thank you, like that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So when you knock down the walls, you will take those off. In addition to that, you're also going to have to get rid of the little exclamation marker blockers. But eventually, you may be able to brew up to 6 different types of beer. But however, remember, you're only going to be able to brew up to 4 based on that limiter there. So you start with alt. We have Weizen, we have Stark, we have Pils, we have Export, and we have Lager. Okay, there you go.
Lager.
So when you want to take the action, let's go ahead. There you go. So as Martin has done, you'll see you're going to use your experience level worker to go onto one of the two spots. There's no reason to ever go on the lower number first, so you're always going to go onto the top. This is a worker placement. So in other words, once someone is there, that spot is blocked for the remainder of the round. The only other one that's available is there. Once both of those are taken, guess what you're not going to do? Brew beer, at least through that action. So these are cumulative numbers. So that is an experience level of 4 as a base, plus whatever that number is. If that number equals 6 or greater, good news! You get to then come over here and do some bonus action at the end of your turn.
We love that.
Okay, cool. Great. So, on Martin's turn, he went ahead and went over here. His limiter, he can brew one barrel of beer. And so his only option over there on his board is to brew alt. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all on my board just because it's a little bit clearer because it's right side up. Here we go. So if it were me, I then take the alt marker. The base number, or think of it as the amount of time it's going to take for you to brew. The base number is always going to be the top. It is not always 3, as you can see there. So that says 4, and they change depending on the type of beer it is. So the base amount of time is 3, plus wherever you are on your progress track. So your brewer progress track starts at +3. So 3 plus 3 equals 6. So that puppy is going to start at 6. Done. That is my 1. Now, once I have alt already brewing, I cannot brew any more alt until this is done brewing. But my limiter is 1. But what that means is that's how many you can start in a given action. I can theoretically have this at 1 and have all 6 of these going. If you've unlocked them in the whole 9 yards, you just go there action after action. Hopefully not. That's pretty inefficient, but I digress. The fact is, this is how many you get to start brewing, and it's only one of a given type at a given time until it's done brewing. That makes sense?
Absolutely.
All right, so that is brewing there. All right, now we're going to come on over and mosey on over to right there, and that is turning the dials, or the fermentation process. How much time are you going to expend to basically brew your beer now that you've gotten it started there? That X is going to be dependent on your tableau of cards. Now, everybody has a hand of cards, and everyone also has a starter card. The starter card is what number player you're going to be, first, second, third, or fourth. I happen to be second, and you'll notice that these are multi-use cards. This is your starting stuff here, but more importantly, it's going to be these things that are going to be the limiter or the ability to do various actions as you play them down. So as I play cards, they are cumulative. So that action, you'll notice, which is that one right there, says how many do I get to turn a dial on one beer? Well, as it is, I'm at 6. I have alt brewing. I get to turn 3. That goes to 3. Okay, easy enough. If it were already at 3 and then I did this action, hey, that goes to 0. Hot damn, we made us some alt. So from the supply, we're going to take one of these markers, and basically we have a barrel of beer. And now you can place it into any available spots. Now these you're going to have to unlock. Barrels take up places as well. And where it is in your cellar here does not matter. There's no adjacency rules, at least in the base game that I know of. So therefore, just put it out there. Okay, hey, great. I have alt, and guess what? This now comes off and is ready to be brewed again. Pretty straightforward on that. The important thing to remember on this is one type of beer. So that amount, one type of beer.
No, it's that many cranks.
Sorry, it's that many cranks.
Yes. Spread out.
Between all of your beers.
Yeah. If you only have
one, then it's all on that one. Correct. Now, before I go any further, let's go ahead and pause and talk about bonus actions. Bonus actions, again, is 4 plus 2, 6 or higher. Okay. If you have 6 or more, you then get to place one of your children. They're not children, but it's the 1850s. They're children. So your children, then you get to place one over here and you get to select one of these available actions. What are they? Money is incredibly tight in this game.
Incredibly.
Get a Reichsmark? I don't know what the you get $1. There you go, done. Or you can play a card to your tableau for the green part of the card. And again, that green part of the card is like this. So you get to play it, and when you play it, immediately, the universal immediate symbol, hey, get 2 cranks distributed how you want, anywhere on your board for any beer. If you have no beer brewing, plan better. You get light bulbs, you get other things, you get to intake barrels, you get to crank or ferment beer, etc., etc. All right? So that is that action. This one says get that many dirty barrels onto your board. What the hell does that mean? Pretty simple. It means you take a barrel and you put it onto an available spot on the top of your board. Why? Because you're going to need some amount of barrels clean, which I have one down here, in your area to be able to do that recipe fulfillment. So if you take a look, this requires one barrel of export, one, I shouldn't use the word turn, that barrel.
You can say valve.
Yeah. So one produced export, one produced lager, 2 clean barrels, you're going to get 5 points. Okay, that's how that works. All right? All right. So that is getting that amount of barrels. X being however many is over here in your tableau. So if I had that, I then am going, Let me come back over here. My starter card has one. This says, hey, I have 1 barrel. Take 1 barrel onto my tableau like there. Okay. The other one is clean that amount of barrels. So, okay, how many? Well, I only have, let's say I have 1 like this. Okay, that means literally take that, drop that down. If you have space, if you don't have space, so sorry, you don't get to do that.
Recycling.
All right. This, get 2 cranks, distributed how you want. This is brew 1 type of beer. 1.
How many?
1. How many?
1.
Okay.
1 factorial.
1. Also true. So, like this is 1 to 4. That is 1. And this is remove an exclamation point blocker. And again, you have a total of 8 blockers. You have the 5, Kool-Aid Man ones up here. And then you have 3 for your administration worker, which we'll talk about there in a little bit. So those are all the available actions that you can take there. You might be asking yourself, these look like better actions. Why, yes,
they do.
You're right. But you've got to have a qualifier. The qualifier is you have to have 2 light bulbs in your tableau. What does that mean? See those light bulbs? You got to have 2 of them. Okay.
Secondary education.
If you have 17 of them, God bless you. But you got to have 2 of them. Once you get 2 of them, you then can pay $1 and then make a delivery with a card in hand. So again, that delivery is the purple stuff. I would not recommend using that one. Okay. This one says pay $3 to get an extension. We'll circle back to that. That is take 3 cards. And I cannot remember whether or not you can take mystery meat. I believe
you can.
Yeah, you can take mystery meat.
You always
right?
can.
So this is 3 that you are allowed to take, including mystery meat. You might be asking yourself, what ones am I allowed to take? Well, you'll notice up here at the top of the board, where your limiter is also the limiter for what cards you can take. That's why this giant area unlocks both of those cards. So if you have advanced your marker up there, then you have access to those 4 cards. You don't have access to the last 2 cards that are over there until you unlock them, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
All right.
there's a distinction between take and draw in the expansion, because the distinction is one of them is only to the deck and you can't take from the tableau, but that's only an expansion. So right now there is no distinction. You can take either from the tableau or from the draw deck.
X amount of cranks. How many is X? We've already covered that from the previous action. And get a point. And I say and. Universal, choose 1. Now, when you put your guy up there, these are not worker placement spots. So if Martin says, hey, I want to do that, he doesn't live there. We're going to move it there to show, hey, he's doing that action, and then he comes back here. But he's been used. So keep that in mind.
That's right.
Okay? You have exactly 2 of them. You can unlock more later, but if you don't have enough children, make more. All right, so those are the bonus actions. Any questions on the bonus actions that you can get? And again, that is at 6 or higher. All right? We'll explain how you upgrade your workers here in a little bit. Moving on over. All right, you'll notice that's 5. You know what that's not?
6.
Bonus action.
Fact. So no bonus action for you, sir. When you go here, you have your 3 options. You can either move your progress track marker 1, that is, boop. Okay, easy enough there. When you do so, obviously the amount of time it takes for you to brew beer is going to be lessened. In addition, you'll notice that when you cross these thresholds, those are not spots. You just immediately get whatever the bonus is. That is a hand size limiter. That is an income, a bonus income. That'll be good. And yep, that's a point. So pretty straightforward on all of that. So you get a progress marker, or you get to remove, one of the blockers. Again, one of the 8. Once it's removed, it's out of the game, goes back to the box. Or you can pay £1. I know it's Germany. Bear with me. And you can do both those. Okay,
Deutschmark.
easy
On
enough.
the right, Mark.
I'll go with Deutschmark.
Deutschmark? All right, good. Note that when someone goes there, Martin could, on a subsequent action, take the other spot if it's available, and he could, theoretically, be able to do like that as well. All right, so the top one is not limited. Like, you can choose any of those 3 for either of those spots there. All right, good? All right, easy enough. Let's go ahead and come on over here. This is pay $3, get an extension. They are not hair extensions, but what they are is extensions for your tableau over here. There are 6 available. You have room for 4 of them. What are they? Pretty straightforward. This one says you get to, anytime you were the first, you're going to get 1 point for getting the first extension of a given type. Very quickly, this is how you get 2 more kids. Okay, cool. This is how you, the brick walls. So you get to actually remove one of the brick walls and advance your beer marker 1. Pretty straightforward. This says you can intake more dirty barrels, and you have a permanent implied dirty barrel. So anytime you get to clean barrels, it's as if you have one there in perpetuity.
Because you have automation.
There you go. And you get $1. This one says you get a brewmaster. We'll circle back to that at the end of round stuff. And you get 2 cranks distributed how you want. This is another, that's how you get rid of the second wall. And you get 3 cranks. And finally, you just straight up get a beer. It's just a generic, whatever, or it's a wild. You choose which of the types of beer you want. So you get one and you clean a barrel. And if you have this already on your board and you have no barrels, guess what? You have an implied one. So you just take one from the supply and boom, done. All right. And as always, you get a
The
point.
first person to do these gets a point.
I mentioned that.
Yeah.
All right, we're good.
And when you run out of spaces, you can place them on the side. It's just you don't get any extra for
Right.
the
So
slotting.
when you do this, the first one goes there. The second one goes there. Third, fourth, and subsequent. So what do you get? You get to play a card from your hand. Okay, easy enough. Get what that is. Draw a card, either top deck or one that's available to you. This is advance your limiter, your beer bottle. Advance your limiter or score a point. Pretty straightforward. Okay?
Important.
All right. Any questions about extensions? And I did mention money's tight. $3 is a lot of bucks.
Seems like a lot.
All right. Now, you might be asking yourself, man, I'm really tired as Martin only getting 5s. I would like to make this a 6. Well, guess what? You can do that. How do you do it? You pay $1, and then you're going to take this little marker that's over here on your board. Looks like that up close. Says, hey, he's going to go get learned.
New
Okay?
school.
Yep. So he gonna put it over here. You are not limited to one player. As many as can place there. Obviously, there's only two.
Yes.
But there are other ways that you might be able to do this. So when you do that, that means, hey, you're going to take one of your existing workers, be it a 1 to a 2, a 2 to a 3, a 3 to a 4, however that might be. You are never going to have more than 2 workers unless you unlock a bonus worker as a temporary worker. So that is that action there. All right, moving on over to there. That is, play a card from your hand and do the white stuff. What is the white stuff? The white stuff is, you guessed it, the white stuff. Everybody on their board has one area, their multi-use cards, to be able to tuck the card like Buffalo Bill and to be able to put it down into your tableau. It's going to have some sort of rule breaker. You are not limited to one, because if you want to ever exchange it, you just discard the card that's already there, out of play. Okay, or into the discard pile. All right? So, the white one are the ones that can get slotted. So this says every time you brew a pills only, take 2 extra cards. Okay, cool. Yeah. Cards are a resource in this game. It's important to note that. However, these that have a gray background, these are use and lose. So in other words, you're just going to discard this card after you do whatever the bottom is. The bottom says choose up to 2 different ones. Do any of those things. And again, the reminder is gray, discard, white, slots in. Slot, pretty simple, just literally will slot in underneath there. Okay, don't need to go through all of that. All right. So any questions on that? No? Good, moving on. All right, we'll move over to the left side now of the board. Left side, pretty straightforward. Pay a buck, do both of them. Or don't pay a buck, do one of them. Get X amount of dirty barrels, clean X amount of dirty barrels. Again, that limiter is based on your display of cards. You were not limited to any amount of cards out there. Follow your heart on that. One of the hotly contested spots, I mean, arguably they all are, but here, get $2. Yes. Pretty straightforward. Okay? All right. So, everybody has 2 experience level workers. Those are all the available spots, except for one down here that's going to be a jack of all trades. Any questions about any of those actions there? I think covered it. All right, now you also have a truck worker. Your truck looks like a truck. Pretty straightforward. One can go here, one and one only, get $2.
Such a good spot.
All right, there are 2 spots for both of those. That one is unlimited. This one says, if you come here, you would get to clean 1 barrel and make a delivery. Just make a delivery, no extra barrel. So obviously, you will go to the top one first. This one, get $1 and then choose one of those 3. Don't get $1, choose one of those 3. This one, you +2 experience level, like it's a base just like all the other spots out here. So regular worker, numbered workers can go there, as well as your truck. This is called the exchange. It's unlimited. This is the only unlimited spot for both workers and trucks, whereas these are unlimited for trucks. It says, hey, pretty straightforward. Discard one of these things, and then discard one of those things, do one of those things. Or discard one of those things and $1, so maybe $2, and do 2 of those things. Pretty straightforward. They do not have to be different. So you could exchange $2
for $2.
For $2. That is a legal thing.
Well, the second action is $1, so it would be $3 for $2, which wouldn't be good. But $3 for 2 points.
Fair.
Now you're talking, especially in this game.
There you go.
Yeah.
So anyway, those are all of the available actions out here on the main board. Now let's go ahead and talk about that. Is these 3 workers right there. Now we'll talk about the turn order worker. Get cards, get money, get an extra truck, play a card from hand for the green top part, get a point, or pay $1 and get a extra worker. Now, it's not an extra worker. What it really is you're using this worker to get a level 2 experience worker to then be able to come out here and do the various things. So it's not another worker. It's a different type of worker. Maybe it's a distinction without a difference, but I think it is different enough. The last action is your admin action. We're going to continually forget to reset this one.
Yes, please help us.
At the beginning of the game, you only have one available action here, and that is crank one beer, one crank, and remove any of the 8 blockers. Okay, but as you unlock these, you do not have to unlock them left to right. It says, hey, brew 1 beer, factorial 1. This says play a card from your hand to eat for either the white or the green. So, those are most of the available actions. And the only thing I'm forgetting is...
That's end of round, though.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that's it. So we're going to round, do that 5 or 6 times. And then when we get to the end of round, we're then going to do all of this stuff. So the end of round things, you'll see there has 5 steps. The 5 steps, I want to get the verbiage right. We have the brewing process right here. This, I want to point out, because your host here is an idiot and struggles with this. This says for every single beer on your board, get 1 crank. However, you remember earlier that I said that extension? That extension looks like this. You get to take one of your children and permanently lock them away. They're really good child. They are a locked-in brewmaster. It says now, instead of all your beers crank once, all your beers crank twice. All right? So that's what that is. It will stay there. So now you have less children to use as bonus actions, but it's a choice. So that's action. We will all do this, whether you have a brew, crank 2, or not, crank 1. This one then says retrieve all your pieces. And retrieve all your pieces also means move your admin back. Okay, there. All right. Then, new turn order. All right.
Yep, we move them all into
These
barrel
Right.
position.
Thank you. Sorry, brain cramp there. So if you look, let me...
Well, actually, you can set it right now for the next one.
Hold on. So if that is the order, the weaker actions up here, the stronger actions back here, this is now the new turn order for the round. So we will then reset it and change the barrels and bring our pieces back, yada, yada, yada. You get the idea there. All right. The third one now is upgrade workers. Hey, I have done that. Now, at the beginning of the game, I have 2 workers. I have my supply of workers there. I can turn the 1 to a 2 or the 2 to a 3. You do not get more workers. You get more experienced workers. That's all that is. And obviously, you can only get 1 level 4. Once you get a 4, you're capped at a 3 on the other, so on and so forth. So choose wisely, and then that marker will come back to the respective players. Then we check hand size. You were limited to 3 cards in hand, unless if over here, hey, your hand size is bumped to 6 once you've crossed that threshold. Okay, cool. Again, cards are commodities in this game, or resources. Then the leftmost card is going to fall off, and then we will conveyor down and refill. By the way, this refills at the end of every player's turn. It will also refill, but get rid of the lowest card there. And then everybody gets income. And remember, you get a bump whenever you progress right there. So at the beginning of the game, you get 0 income, $1, $2. Did I say money is tight in this game? It is a significant amount of money. So we do that until somebody has hit 20 points. When somebody hits 20 points in the middle of a round, whatever, we will go through all of these, and then we will go into final scoring.
We'll finish the round first.
Yeah, we finish all of our turns.
I thought that's what I said. So, okay. You hit 20, finish, go through end of round, then go into final scoring. Apologies.
One thing, when you promote them, did you talk about this?
No, I did
put
not.
them
Thank you.
down
Yeah. Thank you. That was the other thing I meant to mention. When you promote your workers, right there with that little tile, the workers are going to come over to here. The level of worker that you discarded dictates where they can go. It is going to open up various spots. You immediately do whatever the bonus is on that, get rid of it, and oh, hey, I have more storage space. Thank you. Forgot about that. Pretty straightforward. It's an either or, either or, either or. But once it's been discarded, it's discarded, and that's that. So you're inexperienced, or they're retired.
And this either or right here, which is really important, it's only one of 5 bumps. If you want to get to the end of the track at the top,
Right,
you have,
for
if
the-
you discard
for your
that,
beer. Yep.
you will not get to the end of the track. There is no
Fact.
extra bumps.
All right, so end of game. Final scoring is once a brewmaster has achieved a minimum of 20 points, triggers the end of the game. Then for every light bulb icon they have in their card display,
In our tableau.
so each one of those that every player has, every player can discard 1 beer tile. Again, a beer tile looks like that. In exchange for a point. However, the light bulb icons are not spent by the action, because that may come into play here in a little bit. So then, the second part of final scoring is all brewmasters who reached the last place on, thank you, and that says, each eligible brewmaster can now pay a coin for every light bulb icon in their display to gain a victory point for each.
Nice little icon.
Okay, pretty nice. And then whoever has the most points wins. Points are tight, money is tight, everything is tight in this game.
The spaces.
Play accordingly. Any questions? No? Good, let's play.
And I think tied at the end is whoever has the most beers brewing. Is that right?
I think so, yeah.
Seems
I think
right,
that is. Yeah. I think we've actually come to that because some of the scores can be pretty tight at the end.
In the case of a tie, the tie player who possesses more beer at this moment, including all beers in the cellar and those not yet brewed, wins. If still tied, whoever has the most barrels in their entire brewery, including the virtual, if still tied, go plant a tree. Okay.
I haven't seen
All right.
get to the second tie, but definitely the brewery and the beers.
So everybody starts with their starter stuff, so that's why I start with the barrel here. I start with the barrel here, and that's why Sarah has wherever she does on hers. I have this one can go back into the deck.
Oh, it is up here.
2 clean barrels, yeah.
So 3 cards and $4. That I don't get at the start. Well, that's good. There and clockwise. I think that's it. Place your bets. Over under Glory to Rome's are going to be 4.5.
Yeah, it's interesting.
4.5.
It's interesting too because alt beer is the old beer, and and whenever you travel in Germany, everybody has their own beer. Like, and it's literally whatever the name of the beer is, and sometimes they'll ask, "What type of beer is this?" And they'll say, "It's the best beer." Like, and that's always the response. Like, I'm like, "Oh, is this a Pilsner? Is this, you know?" And they're like, "Oh, it's the best beer." And then the guy across the street, like, there's like in a couple of towns, literally the breweries across the street, and they're like, "We have the best beer," and they're trying to like get you to drink down the street, and eventually, by the time you get to the end of the street, you're completely drunk. There's like four beers in for me
Yeah,
at that
exactly.
level and that size of a stein.
It's a good angle. I
right.
gotta decide which is the best beer.
All right, so we start with Sarah. Sarah's taking her first turn. There we go.
And I am going to, since only 2 people can go to upgrade, that's very important. And
Yes.
I'm going to go there before anyone else can edge me out.
Makes sense.
I also specifically chose the 1 because maybe later I can still use my 2 to get on a 4. There's not many 4 spaces, but I'm going to pay my $1. And it's your turn.
Yeah, so I have learned some lessons from my last game.
Have you?
Theoretically. So this feels like an important spot for sure. These feel like important spots
They are.
for sure.
2 of us have the upgrade in our hand and our starting cards.
Oh, I haven't even looked at my starting cards. I probably ought to look at that.
Still doesn't matter. You still should take it if you want to take it.
Sure.
You know, it doesn't, but it makes it so some people won't get locked out totally. Now, whether or not they came to the 3rd and 4th player, it's not as important as being more.
So I think I've narrowed it down to 2 different options. One of which is the one that Sarah chose, and the other is maybe taking my truck action. But I have $4 right now, so I think I too will do like my friend Sarah and call that good done.
All right.
Don't forget to pay the $1.
Details. Derek, what you got?
I think the first thing I will do, and that seems to me the most sense, is to go over here and spend $1. And
All right, so hold on. Just we'll walk us through. So
Sure.
you're choosing both the actions.
Yeah.
So gonna move your progress and remove one of your triangles.
yeah, I'll move that, and then with my with this, I will remove that triangle. So that
Okay.
now I have the white action available as my administrative action.
Okay, done. And just throw it off screen, so it's
Okay.
not
I thought we
cluttering.
might want to count it because of the 6 for the.
That's a good point. Oh, you know what? That's actually a really good point. So
we didn't know.
let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Now, there is a
Objectives.
variant that we are playing with, okay? So those are the two that are printed on the board. That one is not. I made a command decision while I was setting the game up. Chose that one. I thought that would be
Yeah,
good.
sounds great.
And you know what? It is a bit of a race game in some ways, but I was like, you know what? Let's diversify a little. It does say you can cover those up if you are so inclined. I was like, yeah, let's vary it up. So obviously, the first one to get X, whatever X is, get that first and second. If you aren't first or second, you don't get them. So there you go. That makes sense. There you go. Martin. Also doing that, paying the one.
Master.
And
Let's do. I am going to copy
wow.
Derek.
Okay. All right. Good. Flip it over actually when it's that one. There we go. All right, Sarah.
Fabulous. Okay. Well, that was a good move, Martin. We can still be friends. All
left the floor
I'm gonna
available.
go. I'm gonna go here because I want to get a beer brewing, and that gives me the 6.
It does.
So I can send my child to work.
Yes.
I obviously can only brew the alt, and I'm still at +3, so that starts at 3 and it cranks to 6.
It's a slow, take your time process.
It's old beer. It's
Right.
going to age itself nicely. All right. And then my worker is going to go out here to do this. I'm going to play a card.
Nice.
And this is, this guy is going here.
Okay.
And you get a bonus.
So I get to crank my alt 2.
There we go. Yep.
All right. But now I even have a light bulb now.
Facts.
Look at that.
Okay. Good. There we go. Any word on availability? I have no idea. Iraq-Normus.
You can buy it from a couple of like U.S. people, but it's made in
Do you
Germany.
know who?
Regular online places.
All right. Check
specifically.
your online stores.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I don't think it's
All right.
Miniature Market, but it was like the normal board game stores.
I'm sure someone will research
I
that
have
in
no.
the
I
next
have
2
no
minutes.
doubt that will happen.
Yeah.
Oh, let me fix that. That's there. And
I did buy
there
it
we
in
go.
Germany, so I'm not
Right.
really sure.
There you go. All right.
I actually bought the expansion and it came in 2 weeks, like the cards from Germany.
wow.
I was like, wow.
That's great.
Quickly it came.
Well, that's kind of interesting. I could do that. I could do. So I'm thinking of placing one of my workers over here. Not so much for the actual action here. It's not terrible, but it then allows me to brew a beer and get me the extra bonus of doing that. But I forego the ability to be able to play the card, but there is that action up there as well. I'm not super thrilled with my starting cards, in all seriousness. I mean, it's not terrible. I actually, it's either that is the last place outside of here to be able to get the bonus worker. Now I could brew, but if I only have one worker left, so yeah. You know what? I need 4 different beers. I will need barrels. Looking at what's up there, there's an export and an alt. I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. Getting more barrels. That doesn't seem terribly exciting. Brew a beer. Do that. Yeah, you know what? I think we will. We will go ahead and come out there. The question is, do I do them both? Because it's currently 1 and 1. And I think I might as well. I will spend the buck to be able to do both of those. And both of those are 1 and 1 as shown right there. So I will take 1 barrel, add it to there, and then one of them drops down and goes to there. So whatever, again, doesn't matter on placement. And finally, I get a bonus action. That bonus action is to come over here. And because, in all seriousness, the tops of my cards suck for my starting cards. Like, not
Wow.
great. So,
That's really bad.
yeah. So, needless to say, not taking that. I think we will go ahead and brew a beer. And just like Sarah, it's going to be 3 and 3. So I start at 6. Don't need to waste any time. That's me, Derek. Your honor.
I want to do exactly what you were doing, except I'd like to play a card. So I will take this action up here.
All right. So first one doing this, and again, you have options in the order in which you're doing these things. So doing that, play your card. Go for it, Derek.
Yeah, I would like to do a lot of other things, but I will play that. It has a light bulb. It also has a card that it draw, so I can pull one from my current tableau, or I can pull one directly from the.
Yep.
Let's see what's available.
Literally that one.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad because it's currently something we're brewing, but I'll top deck so you guys won't know what I'm getting.
All right.
Oh,
Thank you.
very covert.
All right. Martin?
You.
Yeah, well, so it wasn't getting back to me. All right.
And I
There's
don't have to rush
there's
out
a
here.
board for that.
You're right. Yep.
There's a board.
Right. There was no rush to get out here like
Yes.
you guys all did because you've already used
Well,
the
right,
flavors.
because of that. Like, I think that was like the last race spot, it felt like.
Well, it's not even a matter of race spot. No one has any numbered workers left.
Oh, there's also that too, I guess. Yeah, okay, I missed that. Fair.
Except me.
Well,
Oh, now to be clear, Samerlin, let me clarify something because I think this is an easy thing to mess up.
Your turn. What did you do on
no,
your turn?
you have a numbered word because you guys both went down here.
Oh, you
You
did
did
this.
your-
Okay.
Yeah.
Samerlin asks, what would happen if you're done brewing a beer and you have no available clean barrels? Even if I don't have these, if I finish this, it has nothing to do with these. You get you get a vat.
A vat.
A vat of beer. But when you go to deliver, you then need to discard that and that amount of barrels.
You pour in the vat
and
into the
that's
barrel.
where these come in.
We're pushing them out.
Okay? That's the only time you need barrels. So this is not a barrel. It's different. Okay? So again, it can be a little confusing, but just FYI.
You might
You
have
do
a
need
lot of
space.
barrel.
Yeah, you need
in the
space for sure.
warehouse.
Yeah,
And you can mix and match them, right? So if you only have 2 barrels and you have a bunch of beers, you could choose which clean barrels to use. They're not associated with a barrel.
So that's when you need the clean barrels only.
Right.
All right? Cool. All right.
Yeah, and how many you need depends on the card. too,
Correct.
which
Yeah, it could be 1 or 2.
Is it
I
directly
think.
associated with the number of beers you're selling? Because it looks like
I
it
think
would
so,
make
but
sense.
I'm not. I've never studied it close enough, but
I haven't seen one that
checks out. I think so.
It thematically
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Well, you're basically
Alright.
taking your vat of beer, turning it into a barrel, and making it go away. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I think I'm going to go here.
Well, you don't want the extra dollar.
I do want the extra
Okay,
dollar.
then you can take the extra
Thank you.
dollar. You're welcome.
How kind. I will go there.
In a barrel or a card?
Barrel, cleaner barrel, or
I think I'm actually gonna go for the card.
Yeah, she only has dirty barrels, that's
And-
true.
yeah.
choices.
I'm gonna. Interesting. I think I'll do this one.
All right,
I'll take
and
that.
they conveyor down.
I guess that's not the noise of a conveyor. A squeaking conveyor.
All what am I trying to do? So I'm going to be able to do that. I'm going to be able to do that. I'm going to be able to do that. All right, so that is all set. So my actions that are available, I have 3 actions left. I have 1, I have truck 2, and I have admin 3. So unless, I mean, nobody's delivering because nobody has any beer.
Mm-hmm.
So this is probably not going to be used this round. This spot is locked up.
Mm-hmm.
So really, the only options, realistically, are those.
Yep, which means get a card or get a clean barrel.
So the fact that this is unlimited tells me I'm not in a rush to do the truck. This, nobody can block me out of.
Mm-mm.
So therefore, we're clearly going to do our turn order action area. And again, well, you know what? I said my cards suck, right?
Mm-hmm.
So...
Just remember your hand.
Oh, right. I cannot do that action. So you are limited to 3 currently. But... That is a weird sound. You hear that all of a sudden?
No.
There you go. Problem solved. It was my tea. Sorry. Do I want the extra +2 for the... You know what? I think turn order is overrated. I'll pay the buck.
Oh.
Wow.
Mm.
I think that's... let me double check.
I mean, if I was
Yeah,
in your
it
position,
is.
I would have done
I
the
think
same.
so. So I paid the buck.
Yeah.
I will take that worker. And there we go. Done. Derek.
I'm still not sure what I want to do with that worker, so I think I will use my administration worker down here and do the action of the white portion of one of my cards.
All right.
I'll play this
No,
card right here.
into your tableau.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I didn't
Yep,
see.
I got it.
All right, so I'll be playing this for its white action.
Okay, what's it say?
I will spend or discard all of these. So one point, 1 card, and 1 barrel, and then I get an upgrade.
So 1 point,
Wow.
that's why the negative numbers. 1 card, and a
Yep.
barrel.
And that card I will is this one that I've just received. Boop. And 1 barrel. Here we go.
All right,
And
and
what I
which-
receive is a wonderful coin. So this one go back. This goes here. I received a little coin.
Yep.
Oh, sorry,
no,
no, I do
you
not.
do
No,
not get that.
I do
Right,
not get
that's
a coin.
only if you play the top.
Sorry,
Correct.
sorry. I apologize. But I will
Yep.
take one of these.
Yep.
And I will just take this
But
upgrade.
you
This
don't
doesn't
play
go
it
there.
there.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
discarded.
Yeah, this is going to
Yeah.
go with you.
Derek's just trying to cheat
He's
all
I am
over.
totally trying to cheat for...
He's the one
And
who
I will-
knows the game the best.
I will
too.
take this upgrade right here, which
Okay.
will give me 1 point because of the little
Yep.
star right there.
So now he's back to there. He
That
then
was-
gets a bump in that.
And I will say, oh yeah, and knock out that wall.
I don't know if you guys are trying to be the Kool-Aid Man or Barry White.
Yeah.
Well,
D, all of the above.
I am definitely more
There you go.
Kool-Aid Man than Barry.
Yeah,
White.
same. Yeah, I do not have a bassy enough voice. All right, you're done.
It's administrative action.
Okay. I think I am as well going to take my administrative action, go here, do this white card thing,
Yep, go ahead.
which is pay a coin,
Yep.
to place my worker upgrade. Oh,
Yep, that makes sense. Okay.
Done.
Okay.
Fabulous. I think I liked going first,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do that again.
All right. Facts.
Um,
Having some Murgatroyd. Exit stage right even.
I don't know what that was. I'm gonna top deck.
Snagglepuss, sorry.
Alright.
Sorry. It's just, it sounded like it to me. All right, so you're done. Now, I have 3 actions still.
Ooh, okay.
did you get your point
The
back?
question
That's your first
is, what do I want? I think that's what I want to do because of that. That is going to get me 2. Since I missed out on that, it lets me fix the tempo problem. So I think I will go ahead and come on out here. Is there any white action that I really want? The answer is no on that. Not on that, not yet. So, because those are both blocked off, I think that's what makes the most sense. So I will go there. I will get a total of 2 cranks, and I get 2 cranks because there, so that's going to advance to 4. And I get my child labor up here. I still don't like any of the tops of any of my cards. I cannot brew beer. I could crank it 2 more times, but instead I will go ahead and just remove one of those. And oh, that's actually a really interesting question. I hadn't thought of this. I apologize. So, plain the white. That is kind of perfect. I will also get rid of that one like everybody else and their mother is doing as well. That's me. Done. So, done, done, done. Good.
Very
Derek.
nice. Very nice. I'm going to go over to here. I'm going to get a card. This one is in my area of reach.
Yep.
And I'll take that card. Your turn.
So,
Yes. Sarah? Refill. All right, Martin.
all right. So I have only one choice left. Let's place this guy out. Right?
No, you have 2 choices. You also
Oh,
have that.
I could also do that. This
But
is
you
correct.
you have last licks on that to choose.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good night, Jakob.
Even right now, he has last legs. Thanks for joining
So I
us.
won't want to go there.
I know it's
I
late
wanna
for you.
go there.
Oh, I know I could have taken the card, Murr. My point is, I didn't want it to be kind of a wasted action because I might be able to use one of the cards realistically, and then I would have to discard the others, and that wouldn't have felt great. So that's why.
I'm not sure. Let's go with that. For another $2.
You are swimming deep over there.
He is. Money bags.
Seriously, I'm about to be broke.
Okay. I have to do my administrative action. That's what I got left. So I'm going to crank this alt
Oh, that's what I.
1. And because all the cool kids are doing it,
Okay.
boy action. I think I will stall, put my truck over here, and I will take a card.
That's just what I did.
Yeah, the question is, do I want that card that's up there? Gets me a card. I mean, okay, perform 1 crank for each of your beers. If this leads to 3 or more cranks total, get a point.
It's good when, this is good when you have a lot of bears.
Yeah, but right now, not so great.
Mm-mm.
I'll top deck. Little mystery meat, please. Thank you. We going sizzling. Okay. All right. Derek.
All right, let's do an upgrade. Let's come over here for no extra actions and sadness on Dark's part. Spend $3.
Yep.
to
Another extension tile.
do another extension. I'll actually do this extension here. And the reason why I'm doing this extension is because all these other ones are cranking my stuff, which I do not want to do at the moment. So I'll choose this one. It will give me another point. Then I'll
Get a beer.
Any beer, and the beer I'll choose is alt. Strangely enough,
That is strange.
I have reasons. But,
We believe you.
But you know what? No, I'll stick with my plan. Sorry, I need one of these.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, I need actually one
Finished
of these.
beer.
And
Beer.
you get to clean a barrel.
Mm.
Oh, you have no.
I have no barrels
Dirty
to clean.
barrels, so
I have no barrels to clean,
done.
but this will let me play a card. So I'll play this card down, and this card will give me $1, 2 cranks, and another card. So that's an
Wow.
extra $1.
Should I
No
give it a
cranks.
crank?
No cranks,
And another card.
which I'll top deck.
But he does have 2 light bulbs now, which opens up that area anytime he does a bonus.
Ooh, that's
gets
another.
a bonus.
That's a build something. Build the beer. So let's build that. Oh, that's actually not bad. All right, so I will keep this card though.
Okay.
I'll take
Okay.
this mystery. Yep.
Done.
All right. So my last action needs to be this, and theoretically, any one of these 4 spots would put me in
Second.
second. So 2 cards of which I'd have to discard one, so I'd get to keep the best
But
one.
basically, yeah, you get more choice, right? Yeah.
But there's no reason to ever go here when I could go here instead.
Facts.
Pick 3 and pick one. Take $1. I could go here so that I could then go with the truck and spend $3 to get 2 points.
I mean,
you could,
points are the goal of the game, but
Right now,
money is important at this point.
right?
I will go here. I'm going to take 3 cards.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay.
What do we have here?
The cranking.
If you have a bunch of beers available.
All right, so I think I'm taking 3 mysteries.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay,
And
good.
you don't need to discard now.
Yes.
It's only at the end of the round. So, Sarah?
I'm out. I'm done.
Okay. Well, I have one available action,
You do.
and I have been mulling this over,
Mm.
and I'm not sure which the right answer is right now. The thing is, I'm going to get the dollar back. I'm going last, which is not ideal. So, for me, the question is, do I either play this card specifically, but I don't think I'm in a rush to do this, so I think what I will do is that instead. So I will crank, how many cards? Yeah, I have 3. Oh, I have 4 cards in hand. Okay, hold on. Maybe I am in a rush to do it then. But the question is, which... You know what? Do I stay on target? Do I stay on target? Do I stay on target? I got the extra barrel. I don't want to lose cards. I'll go ahead and do that action instead. It says pay $1, return a barrel, and take any beer of my choice. So there, a barrel, and for no in particular reason, I'll take a pills.
No reason.
Okay, done. And I think that's the end of it because I got the extra action
You are.
because of that.
Yep.
That's right.
All right, so we come over to the end of round stuff. It says, for every one of your beers, everybody gets free crank.
And if you have the worker, you may crank a
Right, which nobody does. Okay, done. Now, take all your barrel or all your workers back, including your admin.
Do admin first. Just to remember. Reconstitution of barrels. So we put the barrels up top before we move the meeples in to make sure that's correct, and then slide them in position.
Okay, so there's the new turn order.
Thank you.
And there and there.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, everybody not named Derek gets to upgrade one of their workers.
Wow, I would really like to upgrade one of my workers. What I'm not doing, upgrading worker.
I'm going to put that one out and take my 3,
Nice.
which allows me to take this off,
Very cool.
push this by 1, and please increase my income.
Yeah, right before you get it, too.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I
And he
think-
mulls over whether or not to get $1.
I think I want that. Yeah, I will go there
Yeah. Just
and
range.
there so that I then green bumps up as well.
Mhm.
Green
And-
bumps up
And everybody, so red also.
there.
No, I didn't bump up.
Oh, you didn't?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what'd you
Done.
take off?
Well, when he took off the other the moving his
He-
cube.
Yeah, he wants his 2 worker to become
Oh,
a
and
3.
you moved your cube.
Yeah, and that got him the
I
extra
got
income.
it.
So
Now he
there
can
we
Because
go.
I was already one
Yeah.
square
He
over.
Sure.
has all the
Yeah,
3 spots
okay.
open now.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
It makes sense. Hand size
2.
Yes, I need to
3.
discard.
All right, Sarah discards. We lose the leftmost up there. Slide and then refill.
There.
Let me see. Let's keep this one and discard
Okay.
these 2.
And then everyone not named Derek
One of these is a starter card.
Gets one
Discard
coin.
This over here.
Oh, thanks. Yeah,
Oh,
there's
man.
probably-
Just pain on
Oh,
pain.
gosh.
Oh, okay, then
There's a whole
might as
bunch.
well put them in there anyway.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, I'll make two discard pots.
Oh, for the starters.
The starters and the.
Yep.
Okay. In fact, the starters can go over there. if you want.
Fabulous.
All right. Fabulous. Everyone, you two get a coin for income. All right. That's end of the. Did anybody hit 20?
Nope.
Okay, new round.
Almost.
Blue, you're up.
I am. Now we're going counterclockwise.
Now, right. So the second player, first player, all that is strictly your starting cards. So it being on here has no
You should
impact.
cover it up with some tableau cards. Make your actions better.
Oh, is that what you're supposed to do?
I
You should
heard.
brew some beer.
I heard it was good too. if the spaces are open, I'll definitely go there. But the spaces were not open, so we'll see. We'll see if you guys all. We'll see what you guys all do. I'm still third.
Okay. I am going to go here. And I'm going to pay 3 coins. What haven't you taken, Derek?
If you look on the
You didn't-
screen, you can
Oh, yeah, up there
actually
too.
see it.
Yeah,
That
that's
might
a
be
little
easier. Yep.
So you can get the little dudes, the extra automatic production, and Kool-Aid Man.
With 3 cranks.
Mm-hmm. Good for your alt.
I think I'm going to get the dudes.
Get more child labor.
No. No, I'll do Kool-Aid Man.
Oh
The
yeah.
cranks. Even though that's slightly wasteful because I only have 2
2.
cranks.
So hey,
Finish
congrats.
out my alt. Thank you.
You now have made alt.
I will drop some
I remember
alts
as a child
down in here.
throwing out Kool-Aid packets at parades and being excited, but there was no sugar, right? You're just getting a Kool-Aid packet, right?
Yeah, no sugar.
But still excited.
All right, which wall are you breaking down?
I am gonna break the big guy.
All right, done. All right, Martin.
I am going to do this. So that cost $1 or Deutschmark.
And
I get to put this over here, and I get a bonus action.
yep.
And for my bonus action, I think I am going to do the green thing. So put that to my tableau.
All right, so there and adding another card to your tableau. All right, Derek.
Seems good. I will come here to try to just make sure I get this so I don't lose it. Bad tempo. Spend that $1 and get the upgrade square for later.
So, Edward, there is some discussion about when you discarded this
Yeah.
barrel, where it needs to come from.
It's always a clean
Is it-
barrel.
It's always a clean barrel?
Yeah, that's what it says in the rules. So
Okay.
I haven't we looked
I
it up.
assumed it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, the art is a little bit different. It looks...
Yeah. I mean, it's a clean barrel as opposed to one with an arrow, which is a reference to getting a dirty barrel, right? Or no,
That's a
this is
dirty
getting
barrel.
it. Oh,
This is
Yeah.
getting a barrel, and then this is cleaning a
Yeah.
barrel.
and I would argue. So if that's the case, I'll keep my clean barrel, right? Or
No, didn't we just say it was always a clean barrel?
That's how I've been
Let me-
playing.
Derek
it.
said
here,
it's
hold on.
But-
But are you
Correct.
Are
I
you,
don't know.
Somebody
if
look it up in the rules.
I don't
Go
think
for
it's
it.
definitive in the rules.
If it's not, then the iconography says return one barrel. Yeah,
It
I'm
is.
not sure.
It is worse to get rid of a clean barrel, obviously.
Sure. So I mean that was my original. I thought that was the rule.
We heavy cardboarded it.
Sure.
the rules.
And I'm fine with that.
The
I'm not
looseness
gonna-
of that actually would probably be helpful in this game because
I mean,
it's so
I
tight.
will. If
Yeah.
somebody can find a definitive answer, I'll move it down. No,
Probably
no
would
harm,
have
no
had a
foul.
green one on it if it was a dirty barrel instead of.
But if you could use a dirty barrel, you definitely would always want to do that.
Yeah.
Right. I just assumed that you couldn't.
Good recycling. All right, so then it's
It's me.
you. Okay.
Maybe it says on Board Game Geek. I don't know.
Yep. Feel free to look it up, y'all.
Yeah, deliveries are always clean, but
Yeah.
it's just the trade option because trading a dirty barrel over here seems like it would be not as to get points at the end of the game.
Sure,
That's
yeah,
the reason why
yeah.
we changed the rule,
Right. Yeah.
or we
Interpreted.
interpreted it a very specific way.
I think I'll just go ahead.
Oh,
take
man,
a
I
couple
hate you so
bucks.
much.
There's a board for that.
Glory to Rome. Jeez. It's just like every single time you just take what I want. I just got to take one card and lose my tempo for this round.
Just
Sarah.
to point out, though, Derek,
Oh.
you went before him, so
I
You could
went,
have taken
Yeah, you
what
could have.
wanted.
I went
Yeah.
before him.
Yeah, you-
I guess,
you-
yeah, with my very first action, I could have.
Well, hold on. That was my very first action, just
That-
to be clear.
That is a very good,
Sarah.
very first action.
Yep. Okay.
A barrelless payment must always come from the seller. So there you go. Thank you, Merp. So I
Okay.
played it right. I assumed that's what it had to be.
I
I was
so
playing
there
it
we go.
correctly.
Well, that
Excellent.
was a worthy debate.
All right.
Definitely, absolutely.
All
Important
right.
discussion we've had a few times.
I need
just don't remember it
to. I think I
anymore.
need to get another beer cranking out, and I want to get my child out there. So let's get that alt going again. Still starting at 6. And wait, is that what I want to do? Yes, it's what I want to do.
Okay.
Okay. And they are going to. Yeah. They are gonna do all the things at once. This.
Playing a card.
I'm gonna play a card that lets me wash a barrel.
Yep.
And now I got a lot of cranks.
Facts. All right, Martin. Are you all able to follow along? Is it making sense? Private Vendetta says greetings from Munich, Germany's beer capital. I feel like every part of Germany says that.
Yes.
Yes.
$1. I'm going to do this.
Ooh.
Your hand limit is now
And-
6.
Very nice.
Fancy.
What should I
And
take
he's super
away?
grandmaster.
Don't forget you have 2 on admin as well. And Derek, you can start your turn.
Okay.
Max, I was going to bring a stein with me tonight.
Yeah, me too. I
left
had
my
one
house
out.
without it.
Yeah, I had an
Same.
actual sign,
Same.
but I was had some. I was
Yeah, I'll
actually
take
had
this
Guinness
one.
ready to go with Boston logo right on the bottle.
There was too
No,
much
no.
going on trying to get out of the house.
Doesn't get to use that for
All right,
that,
Derek.
So I will take.
Paying a buck.
I don't have $1, so
I
I'm
want to take any of those.
thinking about this.
All right, let's go for bills.
Well, I guess you're taking 2 dirty barrels.
That's what I'm doing. I'm taking 2 dirty barrels, and then I'm taking an extra action so that I can brew a beer. Actually, wait, should I brew a beer?
How am I even trying
Yes,
to do?
yes. I'll
That's
brew
what
the
I'm
I'll brew this alt beer, and right now my level's 2, so in 3 makes 5. So right there. Hey, a beer's being a brewed.
I mean, that's what I feel like I should do. I think that's the immediate thing, right? Yeah. I do like the asymmetry of everything here. So I'm going to go ahead and go there to be able to play a card to my tableau since Derek was making fun of me.
Oh, because you have a little tableau.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I get no immediate, but we get the whole kit and caboodle.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Seriously.
seems worth it to me.
Seems awesome.
That is
So-
a much better card than the crap you had earlier.
Facts. All
Yeah.
right, you're up.
Okay.
When I play this to my tableau, I
You
can-
immediately
Ooh,
you get
yes.
a point for
Oh.
Brad.
Point for Merton.
Take that.
Okay.
All right. I would love to go
Ah.
last next time.
That's a good idea.
Because
I
Yep.
love what
There
you
we go.
guys are doing.
Okay.
It's
All
amazing.
right. I
thank you.
It lets him get a bunch of cards, or are you angry about it?
No,
Like,
no.
Okay.
Hey, being
all right, I'd
first.
like to get $1,
Are
and
you angry?
and since I have a hand limit of 6,
Get some cards, dude. And by cards, I mean card, singular. You currently have access to exactly 1 card. See, I knew this was going to... Private Vendetta said Munich is Germany's beer capital. Kaliden says that's debatable. Bamberg would also be an acceptable. See, here we go! Fight!
and I
We
will take
should
this.
just go to
Go.
every city and drink all the beer.
Well,
That's what I did.
I see.
Yes.
I as somebody who's not a fan of beer, sadly,
I get very
I know
tired
I'm
and fall
weird.
asleep after a while.
I never got a taste for it. Go ahead.
I try. I make an effort.
I will drink a light beer because it tastes the most like water.
Derek, we'll go drink.
Yeah, there you go. Although I do want to go to Miniature Wonderland at some point in Germany, but that's different animal.
Mmm.
Okay.
Goodness. So truck. I can put this
Private
one.
Vendetta. Can we agree that alt sucks though? What is alt?
I don't
Like
think
what?
I-
Like what is it?
Old Bear.
Yeah, but it's so somebody said earlier too that it's not very common outside of Germany.
Ah, that's
So-
probably why.
Well,
because it's so good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. They.
It's so excellent.
Nobody wants to import that crap, right?
Oh.
That's swill.
I take the 3 cards. Yeah, I guess let's work for my luck. Let's go here and take the 3. Do I want to take one of these? Spend 2 points and get awesomeness.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
pretty
I'll do
good.
that. Yeah, seems
that's
good.
a good one. And two top deckers.
Yeah.
There
And
you
then
go.
slide and refill. That's me, right?
That's you.
All right. Well, I appreciate y'all doing exactly what I needed y'all to do, which was stay out of my way. I will go ahead now and get 3 cranks. So 3 cranks per that is going to be an alt. There. And then I get a bonus action. I only have 1 light bulb, so I will go there. The question is, I think oh shoot. So let me think. What I have this 1, 2, 3. Oh, I have this also. So I could do that. Which that. But I really, oh God, I feel such stress. Debating between, actually, you know what? I'm actually not debating. I'm just gonna remove one of the limiters, and the limiter will be.
Oh, and I had it in Dusseldorf. Huh, that makes sense. That's why they wouldn't tell me what it was when I was in Dusseldorf. I was like, what is this?
I think I'll remove that one, or yeah, I'll remove the pills.
All right.
That's me done.
Ready for Pilsen. All right, I'm going to do administrative action, which
No,
is...
no,
It's not
no,
your
you
turn.
won't,
It's not my turn.
turn.
It's your turn.
Sarah.
That's right.
But thanks for letting me know what you were gonna do next.
Oh, okay. Probably won't hurt you.
It probably.
I
not.
appreciate the beer knowledge that's being
hand
being
beer.
dropped.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna spend my last dollar to do both the things.
Okay.
Moving up the progress track and
Get rid of
I'm
it.
gonna get rid of the pills.
Ooh, time to brew.
I wanted to choose one that no one else did, so we wouldn't be competing for the same thing.
Oh,
Three of us picked the
I
same
didn't.
one.
I didn't even look
Yeah.
around. I apologize. Go ahead.
So now
Martin.
we're
Yep.
all right. I am going
That's
to
funny.
do the administrative, but nothing was off yet, so I didn't really have a choice. I'm going to
Right.
do the white action.
Ooh, that's a
Right.
nice weight action.
This is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do spend $2
Two different things.
And get an extension.
Ooh.
and get an extension, which is.
One of those lovely extensions.
There are currently 3 that
Mm-hmm.
haven't been chosen.
Mm-hmm.
That one, and that one.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of.
Breaking down walls and advancing.
Important to do.
So advancing
Yep.
and
Hey.
breaking down walls.
Welcome to the party.
Okay.
And I get to do a second thing. I think I.
I need my point for this.
Oh,
Well, I mean, if,
got
you
it.
don't, if you don't ask for it, we're not going to give it.
it's important. That's like 1/20th the game right
It
there.
really is, right?
It is.
I spend another $1 to advance this here. Please
All
give
right.
it another point.
Wow, look at you.
Wow. That's worrisome because now when he cranks beer,
Martin's got a runaway lead.
He's going to be cranking like crazy
So
soon.
this goes.
that's worrisome.
It is.
Okay.
Get old pills orders and then he
All right.
won't be able
Now
to
it's
win.
your
Derek?
turn, Derek.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
All right.
Now you can do your admin action.
Admin action to do the white action. The white action I will do this card right here. This card lets me, it gives me a star every time I do an upgrade. which will happen during the end of round phase, and it'll give me 1 point immediately. So this gentleman will help me all game long, maybe.
So all the 4s are taken, so it doesn't really matter there. I need to do that. I want to do that.
That first card is an easy recipe. Any beer.
But it's only 2 points. That's, I mean,
Yeah, 2 points is 2 points.
that is fair. Okay. I have 1 worker here, and I have an admin.
It's easier to spend $3 for 2 points than it is to brew a beer all the way to the end and
True.
spend a barrel.
True.
It's maybe not even worth.
That is true, because you can take $2 and a card from that, so the white action probably better.
Yeah, with $2 in a card's not bad.
Not in this game.
So, do I want... The fact that I can only brew 1 beer is the problem. So I don't think I'm going to brew beer this round, sadly. I am getting income. I could do that, but I'm not going to bother. I think the answer then is that for $3.
Am I the only one with money?
Yes. Most of the time, the person with money is the one with all the money. The one with any money.
Is it worth foregoing? So the thing that makes the most sense is this one, but foregoing the point when, I mean,
That could be your second one.
Yeah, but maybe it opens up opportunities.
yeah, and I think that's too important. I think I need to do that.
Yeah, that does really slide you over and get access to 2 more
So
cards.
yeah, green.
Significant difference.
Yeah,
there.
that felt like a big deal to me, and I will break down
That is important.
that wall there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Green.
Done.
Sarah.
Okay. I am gonna go here.
I got you.
Thank you. And I'm gonna take that card.
Okay.
Glory roll.
All right.
Yay! Sorry, Martin. Not sorry.
So that's back to me. And my next action, I want to go first next time. I'm going to take 2 cards. I wanted to take the one you had in addition to this one. So here's
You're
1
welcome.
card. And for the second card, I could take this. This is no. So instead, I will take a mystery beat.
Derek.
Some interesting things, but I have a lot of cards in my hand, so getting another card is a bad idea. So, for my action here with the little Mr. Truck, can't get that. I would love to get the extra barrel, but I can't make a delivery. Can I make a delivery? No, I cannot make a delivery right now. So probably the best thing for me to do is to go over so I can get money. You know what? I'll come here, I'll get rid of 1 barrel, and I'll get $1, just so I have $1, which will give me $2 at the beginning of the round, which would be better than no money.
All right, so I'm going third. I guess that's not the end of the world. So I'm the last one. Sarah has her admin, but that's it, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, my last one is the admin. I really like the idea of being able to brew something else. So even though I'm losing out on the crank, I think so. Export or lager. I think I'll take the lager off. That's me done.
Okay, I'm gonna admin over to do a white action, and I'm gonna do my upgrade.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, that's the end of the round. So over here.
Oh, it's a starter.
All right. Sadly, but everybody crank your beer. 1. Yeah, for those that have it, crank it if you got it. Reset your admin.
Oh,
Take all
yes.
your workers back.
Workers, come home. Hey, little guy.
Thank you.
All right. Everybody but me. Upgrade your worker.
Yay. I get income of 1.
All right, I'm gonna put my 1 here and take a 2, which means this comes away. Can you increase my income, please?
You are red.
Yep.
I am bumping this, so I increase my income.
You are blue.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Check hand size. Get rid of the
Boo.
first card and slide.
I don't know what to do.
I have a hand size of 6, so I can keep these 4 cards now.
And then get your income.
Derek, you get $1 income.
I got it.
All right, this card. Oh, it's so
I am
good.
No longer
So good.
first.
Facts. All right. And Martin, you're up.
Oh, we're back to counterclockwise.
Okay, I think the first thing I do is go here again
Mm-hmm.
and put this out, spend $1, and I get a bonus action. So I put this at, it's going to be in here, so I got to think. $1, no. I want to add something to my tab.
Oh, I got a point for my
For
dude.
what?
When I do my upgrade.
Okay. So I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I will add this to my tableau,
And you get a card.
and I get a card.
Nice. With all those 4 that you can choose from. And then I will start my action, which is going to be right below you.
Okay, there goes that idea.
Boop. That's why I sacrifice a barrel.
and
So I know if I don't do that, it's never coming back to me. Right? Yeah. Oh, that's frustrating. It's worth it though.
I'll take this.
All right, I'm going to brew 2 beers because my limit is 2. I have 3 available to brew. Sadly, they're slow going, but it's going to be a 7 lager, and it will be a 6 pills, which is gross, but it is what it is. And then for the bonus, I think, yeah, I think we will go ahead and remove that. Done. Sarah? Get your $2. Martin? So what do y'all think at home? Everybody watching?
I will.
I really like the way Martin's playing this.
Mm-hmm.
Getting that to 0 quick is
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do
hateful, is what that is.
You have a couple of cards and, a couple actions.
So what are you thinking, Martin?
Well, I'm thinking maybe. No, all right. Let's go with.
Is that your smart guy?
Finish the thought.
I think brew beer because I can brew 2 now that I got 2 open slots.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
you can.
Yep.
Seems good.
And
Yeah.
And zeros too, so 3
Yeah,
and 3.
so it's 3 and 3, which is
That
gross.
is money in the bank.
Yep.
And
Yep.
3.
Very
Me
nice.
no likey. Okay. And no bonus. All right. Derek.
All right, I'm gonna come over here, get my dollar, and then I will take a card, and I would like that second card right there with the 2 alt.
All yours.
Thank you.
All right. So now the question is, do I could do that, but there's no huge rush. I don't think. No. Yeah, there's just no rush for that. So, okay. So that is definitely one action, but not the action we're going to take. What I want to do is that, and I think that's the right thing. Oh, no, that's not. Maybe that's not so bad. I wanted to do that first, but it wasn't going to be available. There's that. So that gets me to... Yeah, I think... Is it the smart thing? Because I can't do that. No. No, no. Money's tight, but we'll manage. Two, 5, 6. That gets it for next turn. I'm just debating between these two, to be honest. The bonus action. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get working on beer. So that's going to be a total of 3 cranks for total between them. That is 1 for everything. I think I go 2 lager, 1 pills.
Even them out.
And then the child worker is going to come over here and remove that one.
Ooh, close.
Is that? Yeah, I think so. That's me. Done.
Okay. I'm going to.
Stall on that, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I know, OG. Says money's tight, but we'll manage. Famous last words. I know.
All right.
But
I'm going here.
all right.
It's a good spot.
Paying your 1.
Pay 1. My hand size is now 6.
Yep.
I'm gonna take that one off.
Okay.
And then my child is going to go here.
To be clear, it's not child labor. We're making the joke, but it's
They're small
Yes.
workers.
they're small workers. It's 1850. Might be child workers, but they're just
Who else is going to fit in the machine?
right. You lower them down to scrub the, the
Scoop them back up.
right. Yeah, right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
All
done.
set?
Lift to 35.
Yes.
All right. I am going to do this.
Wow.
Spend $1. Take this.
Okay,
Wow.
Derek.
I was not expecting that. That was pretty awesome. Okay, so now I want to do something different. Let's do this. Let's go here. I get spend $1. I get 2 barrels in, 2 dirty barrels in. I don't have room, so actually I'll only have 3 barrels, and then 2 barrels will come down, leaving 1 excess barrel. So 2 barrels will end up exiting.
Can you not do them in any order?
You have to do them dirty and then clean. I've never done it in a different way.
Why?
Yeah.
Because
you
because
can't
if
wash
you have the
barrels
extra,
you don't have.
yeah. So I receive the barrels and then I
But
wash the barrels.
no, you
Well, if
have
you're full on
barrels.
dirties, you
He
might
has
clean first.
barrels.
If I had storage, then I would be able to
Let's say
pull
you're
in
full
4.
on dirties, you might clean first and then get the.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm
sure.
saying. You clean them first.
I mean, I usually do it in that order,
I don't know if
but
the order
It doesn't.
matters.
I don't think.
I don't.
that
If it doesn't
order
matter,
matters.
then
Well, because it.
it'll be 2, and then I would have 1 up here.
Yeah, and he
Yes.
gets another.
Yes.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
no
yeah,
reason
yeah.
to not do it that
Well, that's
way.
why I
Unless
thought
the
they had
rules
this
say you have to do it.
No,
this way.
virtual
it's,
barrel.
no, it's,
Yeah.
But
no.
yeah, it's
Yeah, there's not. Yeah.
Okay.
You're trying to make it harder on yourself.
Okay. I thought it was like then this virtual barrel gave that availability to do have
No,
have
it's just
overage.
you always have one. That's
Okay. That's a little more another heavy cardboard rule that I made a little more difficult than it needed to be. Okay, awesome.
I don't think I'm terribly busy on that.
But I'm going to finish my move
Oh,
because
sorry.
I'm doing
Oh,
an educated move.
Yep.
And my small educated worker will then go over to Smartville, which is this area over here,
Yep.
where other people do not go. And
Okay, smarty pants.
I feel like I want to grab more cards, but the danger of that's only 2 cranks.
Yeah, you're only keeping 3 of your cards. You already have a hand of 4 cards.
Yeah, I know. But maybe I don't. This one's tough.
You don't. Now, to be clear, he has the label. He doesn't have to do this.
Oh,
he
no.
still might want to do the stuff that's up there.
Correct.
And you can do that.
But all of the stuff relatively, I mean, the X on the crank only lets me move it 2 anyways.
Right.
So the actions really are similar for me currently. So I think what I'll do is I will do the cranks and I'll just move this down to
Okay.
from 4 to 2. And now you can put your truck. Get your.
I will clean a barrel. And we will have our first delivery. And that delivery is a Pils and an Alt and 2 barrels for 5 points.
OJ, it's only when the rule makes the game harder. If the rule makes the game harder, then we
Fair.
interpret it as HD rule. If it makes the game easier,
Then
usually,
it's not.
We
Yeah.
usually err on the side of not being permissive.
So 5 points, and this gets
Wow.
discarded.
Quarter of the game.
nice toss.
Thanks.
Boom.
Oh, that's a starter.
Oh, my bad.
That's dynamite.
All right. That was fun. Shot my shot. Okay, game over for me. I'm in the lead. We can quit now.
Okay.
Yeah, it actually explicitly says in a rule book, apparently on page 14, that you can do it in either order.
Oh,
Sarah.
that's wonderful.
I'm gonna go. Yeah. I'm gonna play 3 money, and I'm going to take the one that puts the brew master.
There we go.
There you go.
Thank
Okay.
you.
And a
Okay.
point.
So yes, a point.
For the
Thank
first-
you.
So now
Thank you, Derek.
note that Sarah only has 1 available because this one's permanently here
Yes.
now.
Right.
So if she's able to get one of the objectives, she'll have to wait until next round to actually claim it, so somebody
Yep.
could claim it before her.
So I am gonna put this here, which lets me. Huh. I'm gonna play this.
I'm a little disappointed in y'all haven't chosen your turn order actions yet.
I am gonna play this here. Lets me get a card and a coin.
5 cranks.
Coin
Good.
and I'm gonna do a mystery meat.
Martin.
I'm gonna do this.
Good mystery meat.
I'm gonna spend the 3 coins. I'm gonna build the one that gives me a point and my 2 extra children. Point, please.
Yep. Derek. You can put your cards above your board if you want. There you go.
Seems like a bad idea, but
So-
it seems like a good idea at the same time. So let's do it. All right. So I will do another action for the white portion of the card. I'll be doing this one right here, which is negative 2 points. All the points that I've acquired, I am now going to lose.
Okay.
And it's going to give me $2, which I desperately need for money, and it will also give me. See, See, the income is great because then I'll be getting the dollar, but I would like to get an alt right now.
Okay. I forgot about this down here.
It's just one though.
It is brewing beer is kind of the goal of the game, or kind of one of the things. But 4, 2, 1. I'm in no real rush to take that. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to stall a little bit on this. I have one card, and these cards this has been my big limiter right now. I think I will go ahead and take 2 cards. And let's see. So I can choose any of those. I'm definitely taking the second card. Yeah, I'm taking the second card for sure. And then, do I want any of those? Getting a second light bulb, more cranks, and like getting the coin is pretty good. 2 cranks, a card. Which of those 3? It's not going to be Mystery Me. It's definitely going to be one of those 3. I could make a case for the first or the fourth, the far left, far right.
Especially because you're making lager right now.
Oh no, it's not about the lot. Well, you know what? That gives me a opportunity to pivot. And I'm going. No, you know what? It's going to be the far left one. There you go. And then slide those down. And the new cards that come out, I'll finally start paying attention to the cards. Maybe I should have been doing this earlier, but oh well. All right, done. Okay. That's me, Sarah, I think, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I am going to use my admin to play a card.
Yep.
And this is Coors. I have Adolf Coors.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Is going to go here. And so he lets me any of the places where there's a brew one.
Yep.
It's always 2 for me.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, that's really good. Good thing you got that one unlocked. Oh, wait. Martin.
All right, I'm gonna use this. I think I go.
What's up, Lady Orca? Welcome.
Meow.
So what do y'all think at home so far?
You asked that, they answered.
Did
You
they?
Scroll,
I
you
missed
scroll
it.
up a little
All
bit,
right.
yeah.
I did miss it.
That's
I
one
go a little
option.
bit higher too. All right, yeah.
I don't like that one.
That's the start right
All
there.
right.
I don't like that one. So I'm gonna go here. And I am going to take a mystery meat card.
Seems those that have played it either really liked it or are fine with it, and some folks are like,
Yeah, it's
okay.
very tight. So
It is.
the
It's
interesting
tight, yeah.
thing is a lot of people that kind of are on that need a really tight worker placement game. They'll like this, but they won't like a more of a point salad because that's not what this
I
really
will.
is.
I'll actually take this.
Derek?
Yeah. Question is, I think I'll do it. I'm gonna come here and I'll take the truck.
All right, so my admin, my only options realistically are, I think, to crank one, or I could start another, because this is my last action, being able to get the free one going, getting an export just because. like there's no downside to that. Getting the beer going. This gives me one crank and I immediately get this, but I'm just not in competition for that. And I don't find myself in a huge rush. So even though I really want to do this, maybe I can do it through that. So I'm gonna wait. So I'll go ahead and brew a beer. And I think we'll go ahead and do we go with y'all? Do we do the export? I think we'll go ahead and do the export. Get that going at 6, and that's me done. And that's me done for the round. Hand size is 3. Yeah, we're good. Really? You had to?
I did.
All right. Whatever. All right. Martin, you're admin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this game's got a lot of really tough decisions in it, which is my favorite
Yeah.
aspect of it. We'll talk about this during the roundtable. I think the roundtable is going to be interesting.
No.
Maybe. Q. So you're debating either to remove or to play a card?
Which white card he's
I'm
playing?
which white card I'm playing.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
so
narrowed
you
me
are
down to
doing
2.
that last action. All right.
And
And I have mine on cue, so I'm ready to roll.
yeah, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna take this white action. The action I'm going to
Play it
do
on your board.
is take $2 and 1 card.
Okay.
Oh,
Take $2.
What is this money you
I know.
speak of?
And for the card,
It's all the cards that give him
Just
money.
rolling in it early.
Now he has only 3.
All right, Derek, he's just
Yeah.
taking a card unless that's
All right.
Basically
impacting you.
bankrolled the
I'm gonna go
entire
dry
game
over
in
there.
the first round.
All right, making a delivery.
I am.
Go.
And the delivery I'm going to make is, here we go. I'm going to make this delivery, 2 alts,
Okay.
2 alts, and 2 beers.
2 barrels.
2
Yes.
barrels. And that's 4 points. And that will get me back to where I am hanging out with the leader.
Not really. You're still back at a bus.
What?
Like, You're
I went
behind.
from 1 to 5.
You weren't at 1.
You weren't at 1. You were at 0.
Really? I was here?
Maybe
Okay.
maybe
No.
I messed up. I'll
No,
double
no.
I
check.
thought I was at 1.
I'll
Okay.
double check.
No, that's fine. And this
You were
card,
at 1. You're right. You're up there with the leader.
No,
I
there is
am
a
corrected.
little bit of a difference.
There we go. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
we were
My bad.
You don't need to
confidently
cheat.
going to cheat you
You
out.
Yeah,
know,
we
I
were.
mean, you know.
I elect to take no more actions this round. Does anybody have any extras?
Just sweet fini.
Is that it?
Yeah, whoever had the extra worker, which would probably was.
You. Done.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
All right. Good. All right. Everybody crank all your beers once. Unless you're Sarah, you get to crank twice.
Oy.
1. 1.
Almost made it.
1.
So close.
All right. Reset your admin. Take all your workers back.
Yay. Take him back. Hey, people getting educated all over the place. Yay.
All right. That side of the table. Upgrade your workers.
Yay. Doctor 2. And I get a point. Let's see. I think that's just better. All right. I will be upgrading this, and that will give me $1, so I get 1 income.
yeah.
Ready for next round.
And because this comes off, I can do
Magic.
2 cleans and 1 dirty.
All right. And now check your hand size. Last
5.
card wipes. And everybody gets $2 except for yours truly. That's 1.
$2.
And we have not won. All right. Sarah.
Show us how it's done.
So much pressure. That money that I just got is burning a hole in my pocket.
Wow.
It's gone. I will take the, are none of the points left? Oh,
No,
just,
there.
but that's, I don't want that thing.
Fiodopak.
Can I have the extra children, please?
Extra kids.
Thank you.
They
All
fit.
right.
And then you get to move your bottle.
And I get to move my bottle.
There you go. All right.
Seems
I
like a
get to
good
go. Oh, that's the reason why I shouldn't have done that.
No, well, I get to place my child
You do.
first.
Yes.
I'm gonna put the child who
And you
was
have
already
one
here
light bulb,
first.
so up
I
top.
have one. I've got
You're done?
I'm done.
Man, I really want to do that. Guess I could do that before I do that. I think the priority is I got to get my dudes trained up.
Bastard.
There's a board for that.
Glider room. Now what do I do? I guess I send the less educated guy over there, and I forego what I wanted to do. Boo, boo, and boo. There you go. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to toss it like that. All the anger running from my fingers.
Martin?
I think I do that. And what was that? Was I looking at the right one?
So, Max asks, what's my early take on this year's Red squad? If we get healthy, I think we can win the Central. Genuinely, I thought that going into the season. I still think that. But we need to get healthy. We need Hayes back. Really sucks for Callahan, who broke his forearm in 2 places yesterday.
All right, so I do that.
Play a card to your tableau.
Play a card. I will do this. Discard 1 card and a point to build the beer filter.
Oh. Couple cranks. 3.
Clear
Wow.
the wall in 3 cranks.
So
That's-
you took my point away, and I'm going to get rid of a card. Let's get rid of...
Figure that out afterwards.
I'll move you one.
Get rid of this
There
one.
you go.
All right, and I get a special bonus action. And I've got 2 light bulbs.
Sweet.
So let's make that spend another 3.
That makes sense.
1, 2, 3. Oh, I gotta do my
Yep.
Move
You're all over the place.
Yep.
Clear the wall.
clear the wall.
Get your 3 cranks.
1, 2, 3. So this gets me a pills.
That finishes.
And this is at 1. And you're only ever allowed to have 4 improvements?
No, you
No.
can have all
No,
of them.
you can have more.
Oh, okay. So let's go with this one here, which gets me another bottle move, and it gets me 2 more cranks.
Yep. Perfect.
Does
Gets
it
me
get
an
these
alt.
now?
No. That goes to the Bear Master.
Goes
area.
here first.
Oh, to the beer master first.
And then another one of his
Another child.
goes there.
Because he has it available.
Which is 3 more points.
Yep. All right, he's done. Blue.
Quite a turn. Well,
Ah. Mm.
Think. That's what I want to do. Yeah. I will come here, play that card. That will immediately get me 2 cranks.
What did I get? Okay.
That'll be 2 free cranks and a card. Do I care? Wow, that's really good. I can't. I don't think I care about those. Yeah, I'll take mystery meat, please. And the 2 cranks will be an export and the pills, right? Is that right? No, lager. Sorry. So that was the play that. That was for that. That's me done. White.
All right, I'm gonna go here with the 6 action. It's gonna get me 2 coins. With that 2 coins, I'll spend 3
Wow,
to
that's
do
huge.
the upgrade over here. Spend 3. Then I'll get the upgrade for having multiple characters, little guys. So I get 2 more little guys. I'll add them to my area, and then move that. Yep.
Martin, go.
If I do that, no. I want to do.
That would have been better. Oh well. So I think the order of operations in this is tricky.
mm-hmm.
Tight worker placement games. 10
There's a lot of, yeah, and a lot of my decisions right now depend on what you guys do.
Yeah, 100%. Like I have like this is what I want to do, and I'm trying to figure out my contingent plan.
Yep. I foresee a lot of glory rooms.
Remove that and get 3.
So that's what I want to do. I just don't know if I can do it because I did that. All right, what are you thinking, Martin?
I am.
I'm gonna start making you
thinking I am going to
Talk
do
out loud.
this again. Spend $1.
Do it before I do. It's a good idea.
Take this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, blue.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Money.
Order of operations here. There's so much I want to do, and there's just you can't do everything you want to do.
Mm-mm.
I don't think because that's available, I don't think I need to play that right now. So I will go there. I will get a total of 4 cranks. 2, 4, and then this will come up here. You're at 5. Oh, you're really kind of forcing my hand here, aren't you? Oh, hold on. You know what? Instead of those two, I will take 2 there instead. And I think you're going to force me to do it.
Force them.
Yeah. What do you have for actions left? That you have that guy and that. Yeah, no, we're just gonna go ahead and do it. So there, and that removes that one.
Yep.
Oh, but if I do
Oh.
that, I don't have the guy available, so I
Uh-oh.
can't do it. Well, I can do it, but I can't claim it.
Correct.
claim it, yep.
You can't
Will
claim
you
it.
be able to claim it when you then get this?
If he does get that, yes.
Except that I can claim it before him, right?
That's frustrating.
No, it's still 2 points. Yeah, not 3.
Mm-hmm.
So there's nothing. There's nothing I can do
1/10.
about it.
1/10 the score.
Yeah.
2 points.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then instead, because I'm guaranteed second on it, because I have both my guys up here, I can't do it. So instead, I'm going to get the 2 cranks. And I will get...
That is true. Only you two can get it, really. The two of us are
So
well
the
behind.
question then is, what am I trying to do with the only action I have left is my truck? My truck.
Bye, Alyssa.
Have a good night.
Hi.
What can I do with my truck? I can get money.
Matter of fact, if you go now, it's the only time you might be able to get
You know what? No, I'll do that, and that'll be 1, 2. Done.
I'm going to put the little truckie over here.
Do you want the $1?
I would love the $1, so I'll go on the top space first. And then I will grab a card, and that's a beautiful card that's calling me. That second card says, hey, thank you. And end of my turn.
And it's now me again.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to go here.
Ooh, that's nice.
And I think I'm going to do that one. But the first thing, I'm not going to pay the extra $1. I'm going to remove this. And I think I'm going to do the one on the top and remove this as well.
How'd you do? Oh, because you
Oh,
did that. Yeah.
you know what? You're right. I did steal bond. Ha. A moment. 1, 2. I put both of them out there. So instead I will clear that off. And I will
Oh.
claim that. I got sidetracked. Sorry. I'd rather do that for the point.
I see that.
Continue.
Okay.
Yep, go.
You were done.
I'm done.
How did you clear
Okay.
it?
I
Oh, you used that guy to clear
yeah,
it.
I thought I'd place them both, but if you look, 5, 6, 5, I couldn't have done that. All right, you put.
But you wouldn't have. But you wouldn't have had an extra act. Oh, you will. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Perfect.
Does that change what you were gonna
No.
do?
No,
Your turn?
not at all.
Not at all. Okay.
All right, he's done.
He is done.
Sarah? Thanks, Steel Bond.
Gotta watch you. Extra children actions.
What does everybody have left? You've got your truck.
I have
Yeah, I have
administration.
my truck. That's it.
No,
have
and
an-
your admin.
I have order.
I do have my admin.
Yeah, we
Oh,
all should
hell.
have 2. I have both of these.
Well, that makes a difference.
Not
Worker
educated.
and admin.
You know, the one my person that works in my facility, the non-educated but very educated worker, because he actually does more.
Okay.
Young Frankenstein.
I can't get there,
Nope.
but I really want to go there.
The
2
She's
bucks.
like,
Yep.
She doesn't even want to upgrade it. She's
Yeah.
like, I'm just going to take the
I-
point.
no, I
Would
do
you like?
want to upgrade it? Yeah. What don't I have? I have the.
You don't have the trucking, the truck
Oh.
fleet.
No. I
that's
need
a
to
point.
clear the extra wall. Can I get the wall with the barrel removal, the bottle removal?
Bottle?
Removal.
Yeah, would
Okay.
you like another
Get
bottle?
rid of
And I
your
would
other
like
wall.
another one.
Okay. Yep.
Bumpity bump. And goodbye, wall.
You know what I'm not doing?
All right. I do have my admin. I messed that up. Oh, that's not vital now. So That seems pretty good. So I think I will go ahead and I can't believe I'm foregoing what this is, the white action. Gabriel Segelmayer says you can perform a bonus action with only 5 experience. That really would be nice. But we're going to go ahead and play it there. Instead, get 2 cranks. That'll be 1 on pills, 1 on the export.
It's a very nice card.
And then...
It's like upgrading both your workers.
And you got the crank too.
Yeah, that's what I'm...
It's very
Yep,
nice.
that's me done.
All right.
Wait.
So I will go here, crank once, boop, make a alt, and then I will remove one of these, which I will do. Yeah, next person can take their turn. I'm just gonna think about this for a second, which is
Martin?
done. I'm done thinking.
I will. Nope.
Truck or
I am
level 2?
heavily leaning towards truck. Oh, wait a minute. Level 2. Does anyone else have any skilled workers left?
No.
No.
No, so I can wait on that then. So, although the truck one, I'm not going to do a delivery, so it really I don't think matters too much. Let's do. Let's do this first. I can brew 4 beers,
Facts.
and I have 4 open spots, and they all start at +0. So
Right.
let's go with that.
Nope.
Seems...
Nope.
Nope, what?
You want to
Your
use the
wooden
dials.
one's not
Oh,
good.
you're right.
That's-
Sorry, you're right.
Crank your dials, sir. Excellent. Look at that.
And they'll all turn twice.
All right. That's red. Blue.
What a machine. All right.
And I would have got a bonus action, but I don't have a little guy left.
Bummer. Breaks my heart.
Okay.
Maybe you'd like one of mine.
I am going to come here and take this off.
2 points.
2 points.
Okay.
Yay. And then I'm going to crank my alt 1.
Yeah, I actually removed that card from the game because it allows that go into spots for other workers, and I think that ruins the spirit of the game. So I actually removed that and put it back into the box. It's the only card I don't play.
Spots for other workers?
Yeah, you can go in spots that are occupied by other workers, negating the fact of worker placement in the game. I mean, you have to spend a point to do it, but it's so powerful. It made a couple of games.
Derek.
That person was a runaway winner.
Yeah.
Turn order.
Turn order.
It's your only action.
I know. Do I want to be in front or do I want to be behind? I only have 3 cards, so it doesn't make sense for me to take anything more than 1 card. And the card I take is... That will net me... Oh, that's going to net me... I'll take that... yes, that card right there. I pointed at it. Thank you.
All right.
And
Martin,
refill.
last action.
And glory to Rome again.
Oh, there's a lot of text.
That's where
on
you
that
wanted to
card.
go?
That's the card I wanted.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. Thank you. I
Because
feel
for me,
better
it
now.
was just a flat out 2 points.
Yeah, it will be for me too.
Okay.
Truck.
Well, truck or admin.
Right.
You already got your 3 points, so you don't get this 2 points too.
Oh. That's a white action to let you redo your admin action.
Yes, extra
Which
admin.
Do you take the admin action? And
That's what I thought. And they do it again?
That stuff is so constrained.
You
Yeah.
set your
This-
workers in the
Mhm.
Yeah,
Admin.
this guy.
Yeah.
You reset this guy
to his
to
start.
do it again. Which the only way to do it is either to use one of your skilled workers over here. Which
It's really if
what's
you want the green
point?
action. I mean,
I guess.
or removing stuff.
All right, so I will. Yeah, let's just do the truck. Let's take a card. The card I want to take is.
The one in my hand, but you don't get it. Haha.
Yes, I know that was the one I wanted, and that's not
So nice.
as funny as you make it sound.
I'm only here for comedy.
Let's take. And
Speaking of comedy,
Okay.
Grant's going to
That's
be in
it.
town.
this
So
one.
I'm hoping to see him live.
All right. That's the end of the round, right?
Nope. Now I get an admin.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this one, which is relocate your deployed worker in the torn area and take the bonus. So I'll move this and
Oh.
take the bonus.
Yep.
So I'm going to move him to here and take 2 cards.
Ah, that's why you wanted me not to be there.
Yep.
Glory to Rome.
Yeah, I'm going last. I'm
Yeah,
not
wow.
super
You didn't
thrilled with
expect that.
Nope. Oh, we just hit the over.
At least we're going in clockwise order, though.
All right.
2 cards,
So
and a ticket.
once he figures that everybody crank once on everything
Crank.
No thanks, I'll crank twice.
or twice.
Wow.
Pills and a lager.
Look, I get
I will
malt.
crank nothing and like it.
Pills and a lager.
But I do get to go first in the next round, which is what I'm excited about.
2.
All right. So we got our cranks, and now we take back our workers.
Martin, everything cranks twice.
Oh, put your admin back
Yep.
first.
Oh, yes.
And then take your workers.
And then turn order. Always do the barrels first. We've learned over
And
time.
then Derek, you and I upgrade a worker.
We do. And I'm going to get the awesome guy here. He's going to be like,
We'll get one.
I like to be awesome. And then I'll take that out and move that to 4 with the rest of you guys. Soon to be level 4, second level 4.
Okay, so it's not.
Oh.
Excitement.
Special guy.
Overjoyed. All right, everybody get their income?
No, hold on.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I have to do that too. I have to now get rid of a card.
I don't.
Oh, sadness. I'm using that,
Me either.
and using
I'll
that.
go there,
So
and that bumps.
I'm tossing this
No,
card
go
that I
back.
don't want to toss. It's a nice card.
And then discard. First card goes away if you haven't done it yet.
Yep.
And then get your income.
$2. Yeah.
All right. I think we're on the penultimate round. White, you're up.
It says we're feeling. And for my upgrade, I also receive 1 point. Okay. Okay, what would be the best way to do this?
Oh, I just realized what card you took.
What card I took?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
All right, Derek, you're up.
I am upping. Let's do. Four worker now. Okay, so I want to come in a brew beer first. So I'll come here with a 2. It'll let me brew 2. I have a lager and I get this. It's +2, so this will start at a 6, and this one will start at a 5. And then for my extra action, I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna spend 3, and that's gonna give me one of these wonderful things. I'll choose the one that gets me an extra point, and that will then move me to the very end of that track, and this gives me $1 more. And let's upgrade here. And that's my turn.
All right. I will go here.
There's a board for that.
Spend $1.
You just got.
Put this out here.
Glory to Rome, to you again.
He can't do it. He can't do it again.
And I get a bonus.
To the
and
same person?
I think the bonus should be. No.
Meow, 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 meow.
Okay.
Oh shoot!
So I have that.
What's this one?
My bonus is going to be, I think, to take 3 cards. Well, I could crank. And my cranking would be only 3.
Total. Alright, so that one's-
Yeah, I'll do 3 cranks.
Okay.
So You can go while I figure out my cranks. whoever's
Sarah,
All right. I'm going to
reset your admin, Martin.
next. One.
Martin, reset your admin
Alright.
marker.
One. And 2.
I'm
And
gonna go here
3.
and I'm gonna play that card.
Okay. That is not important now. That is. Oh, what's the priority?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is not what I meant to do.
All right, go ahead. Fix it.
Oh, I thought I was gonna get it.
You weren't.
Oh, you were gonna take it? Okay, makes sense.
Okay, well. Can't do that. I mean, so if I did that, I then get that. And then I'm ready, yeah, but the. You know what, I think. Sorry, I'm looking around the board real quick, and I think that makes the most sense. Again, the order of operation is what's really tricky on this.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure, since that got blocked off from me, yeah, that's the right answer. All right, so here, I'm just gonna do that so I don't forget. All right, we're brewing 2 beers. It will be a Pils and a Lager, and that will be at a 5. Will it be the Lager? Or the Alt?
Derek, do you know if we get a
No,
child
lager.
who comes out here to do some work,
Mm-hmm.
can we do that before we do the primary action?
No, it gets locked in there until it's available.
No, she's saying, can you do the bonus action first? I think the answer is no. Let me
I
double
think
check.
the answer is no. I think
Oh, you mean the bonus
can
action
we do
before?
this before?
I'm going to
Action.
actually
Look it up,
look that up.
But we haven't.
I'm
I
pretty
have-
sure
After
you cannot,
a worker action.
Yeah.
And you have to complete. You have to do the action. You can't just go to the space and not do the action. Because we wanted to go to the crank space just to get the worker action. We
Oh,
weren't
I
able to do
actually
that.
haven't. I forgot about this. Oh, God. Yeah. Well, I was going to brew a beer, but instead, I think we'll go ahead and get 5 cranks.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That seems better.
Mm-hmm.
You worked hard on that. Cranking all night to get there.
1, 2, 3, 4. Five. Done. It's me.
I'm going
White.
to go here. I'm going to take $1, and then I'm going to take this card right here.
That's 7 for those scoring at home. All right. Red.
It happens in this game. That's for sure.
This is
I'm
way more than
going
I
to-
expected tonight.
Yeah, it is actually.
I'm gonna go here and take $2.
Sarah.
It's been a little bit more aggressive tonight than
Yeah, it
the
has.
last time. Oh. I'm gonna go here. Um,
Oh, Lordy. This is so tight. The hell am I doing with my truck? I could do that. All right, that's me, right?
one of these is in German.
Oh, I can't do that.
That's a promo card. It's probably good.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah, I kept the promo cards in that were good. There was a couple of them that, 2 of them I didn't put in the game.
That's why. Okay. So the order of operations here. Okay. That is just not gonna happen, so. Question is, do I do that with this? But I was planning on doing that. Oh, good Lord, this is so hard. Okay. With the truck, what am I doing? No, 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 no. Okay, I have that. So I could do that and that, and then I'll forego that this round. I don't know what the right answer is. But if I... But I can't do that until I do that, because I don't have that. Oh, that's so frustrating. Okay. I'm going to do my admin and go ahead and get some alt going, and that's me done.
I'm going to play a green card. I'll play this to my tableau, and it will give me a bottle of
Clean barrel and a card.
And a card.
Martin, you're up. Unless taking a card matters.
Build the laboratory for -2.
I am going to...
I'll take that first one. Thank you.
Sarah, reset the cards, please.
Grab that.
That's so much better. Okay, so that's that and that's that. So I don't want to do either of those. So I'm going to...
This is the part of the game with a lot of heavy sighing.
Yep.
Yep. Super tight.
That's it.
I think I'm going to do this.
Okay.
To crank this.
3.
I'm not going to take the bonus action because once the lager finishes,
You have.
I have 4 different beers.
Yep.
And I can do this for 3 points.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
I am done.
Okay. I wish I'd drawn this card before.
Oh yeah, there's
Other
there's
actions.
definitely some of that in this game for sure.
Yep. All right, I think I gotta get some beers cooking.
It looks like 2 beers,
That is 2 beers.
or not
and
2 beers.
That is the question. Okay.
How fun.
That.
Wow, you're a good beer master.
Mm-hmm. And we'll go with an export.
Okay, done.
I guess.
5 cranks. 4. 5. Done.
Let's do. Should I do the? I'll do the admin action. Go to the admin action. I'm playing this white card. This white card will take my alt and turn it into a pills. And it lets me draw 1 card. Pills.
Martin?
Here you go. You could take that card. I don't need that card
Yeah,
anymore.
I'm going to do...
If you want to give me mystery, I'll take... actually, let me look out for a second. I don't see anything I want. Yeah, give me mystery. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go here. I'm going to play a white card. I'm going to do perform a purple delivery, get 1 extra point and 1 barrel delivery less.
Oh, that's great.
So I'm going to do the pills and the export for 6
Martin,
points and
Martin.
1 barrel. So I played the white card,
Yep.
which lets me do a purple delivery for 1 extra point and 1 less barrel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing the delivery of the pills and the export for 6 points and 1 barrel.
Very nice. Ooh.
Discard the cards. Done?
Yes.
Close to the end.
Like I said, next round's the last round.
Definitely. It's definitely, if not, unless he can pull it off this round. But he does have a lot of beer, too. We'll see.
Mistakes were made.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm trying to figure out. I kind of. Problems. I think I'm going to go here. I'll pay a coin to do both.
So you
So-
get 2 and clean 4.
I'm going to clean one first. And, oh,
Why don't you get 2 and clean all 3?
Correct.
because one of the mistakes was the order of operations. It doesn't matter. I don't have a way to get a green card out there.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that was the first thing. That is definitely a total over 6, though. So this dude will do something useful.
Mm-hmm. Extra clean barrels are good that you can turn them for points, too. So they're not completely bad if you get extra barrels.
Not barreling. That is not my MO.
No. Not for your extra action, of course.
No, I'm gonna go with a bird in the hand. Okay, we're gonna crank 5.
Oh, I see. Your crank is really good.
Yep.
You only have
So-
1 light bulb.
What?
You only have 1 light bulb.
True.
God, because I didn't play the stupid.
Could I introduce you on crank 2?
Yeah, thank you. I would love to crank 2. I'm not gonna crank 2. Actually, I will put out 2 new beers.
Makes sense. Especially with your beer master.
Does it?
Well, in this round,
I
you're going to
just
get all of them going. So.
Messed myself up.
Sorry.
No, you're not. It's fine.
No, I'm sorry for you more than
I'm not.
really anything. But
She's a good gamer.
no, I think so. Only thing I actually have that as well. This is just going to be get a barrel. That's me done.
All right, I am going to do. I'm going to come here, and that is for 7. So I'll get a better action at the end, and I'll spend $1, so that I can do both.
You
And
get
I'll
3 barrels
3 barrels in
and clean them.
and clean them right in. So I get 3 barrels straight in.
Okay.
It's to me.
Yep.
And now I put my little.
Except for his bonus action.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry. No. Sorry. Let's do.
Are you able to end the game
No.
this round? Okay. Then
Let's,
I'm pretty sure I'm at 23 or 24 points next round.
let's see.
I don't know if that's going to be enough, but probably
You're
not.
still deciding, but you took your turn, so.
Mm-hmm. Derek's deciding.
Derek's
which
So
bonus
trying
action.
to
it's
figure this
no,
out.
No effect. Okay. Oh, but
Yeah, actually, that ends up working out better. Okay, so I'll come here, and then I'll get another upgrade. Upgrade I haven't done yet. I will take the worker.
Pay you $3.
Pay my $3. I'll take this upgrade as another upgrade. I'll just put it over here. That will put this little worker over here. A friend of my friend to work in the factory. And gives me 2 cranks, which
Sarah.
I'll do. 1, 2.
Derek, you're done for the
Mhm.
round, right?
Yeah, I think so.
and
I think I did everything.
yikes. All right. Well, I'm just stuck. But maybe I'll go here and sell a barrel for a point. Blue, please. Underwhelming.
So, the only question I have is, do I need that extra point to win?
Probably.
But I also could really use the $1. And the difference is going first or last. That's the other big thing.
Well, let me put it this way. Let's say I could get 2 more light bulbs out here in the last turn. These 4 beers are going to count as 4 points, and these $4 are going to count as 4 points.
Oh,
So I'm going to have at least 8 extra points that I'm not
oh
showing.
then it's moot. Then I will
Yeah.
go there and take my buck. Go.
Well, you have 2. You have 2.
I know. I said if I can get 2 bulbs.
Oh,
out
yeah.
there. I said
Maybe.
right. Like maybe I can't.
That would be pretty cool.
But I'm going to go here. I'm going to clean a barrel. I'm going to do a delivery. The delivery I am going to do is this one here. It is a lager
Mhm.
and a barrel. For 3 points.
Very nice.
And that's the end of the round. All right, all y'all crank 2. I crank 1 on everything. So that's a pills, an export, and an alt.
Seems good. Reset your admin worker. Sadly, I get no upgrade. Boo. Boo on you.
Reset your admin worker. These are going to go green, blue.
Thank you.
Change turn order.
Done.
Blue and red, get your upgrades.
So for me, that has to be a 3 becoming. Oops, the 3 goes here. The 4 comes out,
Oops.
which means. This comes off. And what do I want for that? Do I want a beer or do I want to move the thing? If I move the thing, each of my light bulbs is $1.
Sarah, change the card.
If I get a beer,
Sadly enough, I have to toss that card. One little movement could have made me so much more happy.
if I get a beer, then that's going to
Then get your income.
Income?
Don't overthink it, Martin. Keep it moving.
Martin gets the income of 2.
Is there any other ways to move the bottle? How else?
No, that's
Nope.
it. There's exactly the same amount of options.
So the only. So each light bulb would be worth a point. All right, I will take a beer then. I will take a.
You're not going to move it?
No, I'll move it.
Oh. I was like, whoa, what's going on here?
All right. So everyone got your income. So this
Yep.
is me.
He
you
gave
gave
you 2.
Okay.
Yep.
So I think I need to do that with one of them. God, I'm so worried that I need the third one, but I have to do that to be able to do that, and I have everything I need except for that. Okay, so action number 1 is going to be there for 3. Those 3 are going to be for that, which immediately gives me those. That will have to be a card, which I'll take mystery meat, please, Sarah.
Thank you, Mr.
All right, so then I'm going to put out 2 of these guys, one of which goes there for the
Yep.
4 different kinds of beer.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is going to be so that's all the beer I need.
Can I see the rules real quick? I just want to read scoring while he's.
Is that short-sighted? No. It'll go there, and I'll get 5 cranks, which is a lager. That's
Thank you.
me done.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to go here. I'm going to play this green card.
Wow.
2
And it
cranks.
gives me 2 cranks, which are going to go 1, 2 on my lager.
So close.
All right, red.
Okay, I am going to. I need to do that, and won't actually be able to do that or that. So. So I need to get that. So in order to get that, I need to get those. The way to get those is to So things that are worth points. Additional beers are worth points only for as many light bulbs as you have.
That's right.
Which currently is 2.
Mm-hmm.
Play that. Nope. Play. No point in upgrading workers anymore.
Well, you can't.
But that I think is worth points. So let's say I go here. That's 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which
Stop.
allows.
Slow down. Pay your $3.
Pay my $3.
Take the tile. Do things in order. Slow down.
I'm gonna take this one that she already took the one that's the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not available for you no more.
That's why I wanted to go there. So would any of those... Oh, well, this one nets a beer.
Mm-hmm.
So I will take this one. And would also let me clean a barrel, which I don't have. That's fine. And I will go here, which lets me take 3 cards. This one has a light bulb. This one has a light bulb.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll take mystery. Wait a second. Let's see what there is for delivery. So I'm getting a beer, and the beer I'm going to take is a Stark. And then...
There's definitely some Stark out there.
And then I'll take the mystery.
Okay, Derek.
Lots of things happened.
Yes,
Goodness.
sure did.
All right. Well, I think probably the best thing for me to do is to, there's so many different things I want to do. All right. So I think I'd probably forego I can get that beer out and that beer out by doing that. So I'll put my, I have to do this in the correct order. Let's do this. I'll do this first. So I'll come here to play a white card. The white card I'll play is this card here. That lets me build the laboratory. Shoot, I already built the laboratory the last turn. I will not be doing this. This is not the action I could do. So I'll come here instead. And I can't do that yet. Shoot. These in a different order. I'll come here and take $2.
Can you mix and match these? I know you. Do you have to do all the action of one before the other?
I don't think so.
I mean, that's what we were talking about. They have to be in order, but I don't think you could, like, do half and then the rest of another one. Shoot, this is what I wanted to do. I can't do this. I'm sorry. I'm being a jerk. I want to get that.
You can do your cleaning
So I can't
or
go
your
there.
getting first.
Go there.
But not,
back and forth.
not in between.
Yeah.
Go there and brew. Go there and turn. I guess I have to do the turns. All right, I'll do the turns. Come up here. I'm only able to turn twice, so I'll turn twice. Because of my turning ability is not very good, so turn twice. Turn export 1 2. Export pops. Export comes here. Then I have the extra action. So with the extra action, then I can do it. Come over here, spend $3,
That's how I do it.
and take with the last one. What's the last one that I have?
I figured it out. I figured out how I can do this.
I'm missing this one. Now I have all of them. All
You're done?
6. That gives me 3 cranks. That makes the alt. Yes, now I'm done. And now I have
Yeah.
alt.
As assumed, it does explicitly say the brewmaster must always complete one action
before
entirely
the
before
I
starting the
assumed.
other. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do the white action. So Heineken, I'm going to get a barrel. Oh no, that doesn't work. Never mind, I'm not. Doesn't work. I need to be able to do 3 of those, not 2. Oh, that's frustrating. All right. Go there. I get 3 and 3, but it's really 2 and 3. And then a moment. I don't know. Oh, God, that's so bad. I need to be able to do that as well. All right. So what do I do with this? I think it has to be that. Because I have that, then I get that. Don't laugh, but I think it's a buck. Done.
Buck's what you need.
Okay.
I think I'm still going to be stuck. I'm going to be short one ability.
Extra.
All right, red.
3. Nice.
I think it's that.
Yeah, there goes that idea. All right,
So-
that did, man.
I think I'm going to pay $1, and it's get 2 dirties and then clean them both.
White.
I'm going to do administrative action. I'm going to use this this card right here. Gain 1 point for each 2 I built. I built 6. I received 3 points. Just held this in my hand the whole game. There you go.
Huh. I am trying to figure out how I can do everything and make use of it. That's what I'm supposed to do. Is there anything here that would allow me that? Huh. I am one everything short. No matter which way I skin this, I'm either a spot short,
Yeah.
I'm a barrel short, or I'm a dollar short, or depending on which way I do it,
Yeah.
I'm one short in every direction. That's maddening. So trying to figure out my way out of the puzzle, I think this is the thing that makes the most sense. Effectively, you stall. Kind of. Done. Blue? Oh, I did the wrong color. Sorry.
Red would have liked to have that worker.
Well, I'm gonna go
Makes
here.
sense.
So that's 2, 4,
And 2 left.
5, 6.
Yep. So it
And
looks like
it's a
lager,
an
export.
and a
I got you.
pills.
Ooh.
Lager, export, pills.
Very nice.
Yep.
Thank you.
Celebration.
And then you get to put out a child worker.
I do, and I am deliberating on what the best option is. I might.
Yeah, one short, no matter how I speak it. Golly, that's frustrating. Barrels are the bane of my existence right now.
Wow, you have a lot of stuff in your warehouse too. You're full.
I think I'm just gonna get the point.
All right. Red. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay.
So I think I've got 3 actions left. That one's not critical, and this one here is really not critical either. But okay, all right, I will do the grab the point.
Ah, I wanted that point.
White.
Oh, I'll do something else. Let me bring my truck over here to make a delivery. When this gets cleaned,
So jealous.
and then I play this card. 3 barrels. 1, 2, 3 barrels.
Alt.
Alt.
Export.
And pills.
Pills. 7 points for white. Well done, you. And you have it, so get another buck. You have the truck fleet.
Oh yeah. Yay, dollar. For a beer.
Wowza.
All right, I will deliver the export, the lager, and the pills, and 3 barrels for 8 points. That's me.
I'm going to go here and bump that there for 1 point, please.
That's blue, red.
I am going to go here because this one's infinite and deliver this Stark and the alt and 2 barrels.
For a card
Officially
and 5
triggered.
points. Yep.
And the card I will take, I think, is just mystery meat. Do any of these matter?
Mm.
3 light bulbs, $3 is all I need. I don't think I can make any stuff this fast.
No. No.
Yeah, this
no.
was wasted.
No. All right. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because the crank's all go to 5.
okay. You done?
I can't
Wait.
actually 5. So then I need to, so the best thing I can do is get $2 to make.
I'm sitting on
3.
2 and 2, so 4 other points. So 27 is what I'm sitting on.
Yep. I think probably the best thing for me to do is to just brew some stuff. So let's go over here.
Brew some stuff.
Let's brew this. I can make 2, so I'll just put this in here. So I just have this in here.
Yeah, I'm just too short of too many things now.
That will get me 5. And this one down my alt will then be at 5 also. So those just start them up. And then my action moves over to here, which I think probably should just take a point, but $1 is also a point. There's no way to get $2. So I'll just get $1.
So the problem is I need 2 barrels. I can't get 2 barrels. So there is no way around this. And the fact that all of these are empty up top
Yeah.
is killing me.
But you don't get any points for making Tableau better, but getting a
Well, no, but it's
Yeah.
like stuff that gets you
Light
barrels
bulbs?
and
light bulbs would be awesome. But you have to match light bulbs with money right now. And then consequently with barrels. I mean, what you have that's finished.
what was that for barrel? Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to deliver, so I'm just not gonna bother wasting the time. You said at the end of the game,
It's if you're with
No,
all 3 of those,
we're not.
You're not. Yeah.
I'm talking about the
Yes.
beer that's here.
Yeah. So you pay
It's
$1
1 per-
for each
$1.
barrel. Yeah.
No, you don't pay $1. It's free.
Oh, you
like-
throw away. Up there's $1.
That's paying.
Yeah. These just toss for a
Okay.
point.
Well,
per light bulb.
right.
Per light bulb.
So
yes.
you can only get rid of 2.
So in that case,
Especially because of his cards.
I'll
You
just
might want to get a 3rd light bulb in there so you can get an extra point.
can't. That's
Oh,
Has-
nothing up top. All right.
I like how you wrote that in. That was good.
Oh.
Yeah.
I forgot.
After he showed us his cards like 3 times.
I'm tired.
done.
Does it give you 2 things?
Yes.
Oh, you took both. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Blue.
Yeah.
That make your delivery and pass me.
No.
No? Oh.
That's gonna be a whopping 3 points. Gonna discard a lager
Mm-hmm.
and a barrel. And it's 3 points and a card. And I'm taking a mystery meat. But nope. That was not-
Hey, Matthew. Wow, that's
All right.
a blast from the past. So by the way, Matthew, I used to work with him when I worked aviation.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Oh, wow.
hey, yeah, a little bit different than what you used to, Matthew.
Alright, so we're on my final action.
Yep.
I will go here.
Hey,
play
Tawai.
a white card. This is perform X cranks, which is
Yep.
nothing, and brew a beer, which might be a tiebreaker.
You don't.
So I don't care which beer it is. I'm just going to make a lager. I'm not thinking.
Nope. Wrong thing.
Oh, yep.
There you go.
Tawi has a big stream coming up for her birthday, like a full stream. She does board gaming.
Yeah. Yep. And classic video games.
Oh, classic in illustration. Her illustrations are gorgeous.
Nice.
Let's see. I am going to go up here and just take $1. $1. You for your dollar. It's going to get me past 20. I'll take what I can.
And there's two extra actions.
Yeah, it's me. I literally. There's my delivery. The problem is I don't have the barrel. I'm a barrel short. I gonna brew a beer because it's what you do, and you know what? We'll do pills.
It's the same thing I did.
Done.
I was like, ah.
Yeah. Right.
You're welcome, Martin. You're welcome, Martin.
Right.
Oh,
All
another
right.
delivery.
We
Love
got a
it.
delivery.
Another
What we got?
delivery. A pills and an export.
Yep. 2 barrels.
Boom.
That's
Get
Two
a buck.
barrels.
5 points.
5 points for 2. That's
Done.
pretty good.
Last actions. I am completely done.
I'm done.
Wait,
Yeah,
but
I
you didn't
think
get the
we're
20.
I did.
Oh, you did, yes, by much, yes. I'm
He
like,
got
wait a second.
to
Oh,
20
yeah.
plus.
Yeah.
We're
All right,
all
cool.
tired.
Got it.
So we do this. Get your free cranks.
Yay.
Don't worry about the workers. Get your income if it matters.
Oh, I forgot about that. That could matter.
Oh.
Yeah, it
But
could
it's not gonna.
matter.
And then final scoring. So final scoring is
So for each light bulb you have, you can throw a beer
Yep.
away for a point.
I have 2. I it's kind of gross, but an
Okay.
alls and a pills for
Yeah.
2.
I've got 2.
I've also got 2.
2.
I have
2.
none.
3 beers, but
Okay.
2 bulbs.
Okay.
Now for each.
And then for every light,
You can
Do
throw
I
away
get
I
points?
gave you 2.
You did. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Then for every light bulb you have,
3.
except for
if
me,
you're at the top.
pay a buck.
2
1,
bucks.
2, 3, 2,
2 for blue.
2. Oh, there we go. There's 27, 21. Amazing teacher.
She gets a
At 20.
tiebreaker because it's the amount of beers left over in the warehouse.
Yeah, so it's actually there.
Second
There we
place.
go.
Yeah.
I'll take my 3rd.
All right.
All right. So
Take
that
second place.
Bier Pioneer. All right. So start with Martin. What do you think of the game?
So I like worker placement games a lot in general. I don't like beer, and the theme doesn't scream out to me. But I have a lot of fun when I play this game. Even
Why?
when I lost last time, I like the tightness of it. I like the way that you have to plan the order of your actions and think about what other people are going to do at the same time. It does not feel like a competitive solitaire.
Yeah, it's a heads-up game as opposed to a heads-down game, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of planning because, do I do it this turn? Do I do it next turn? Do I do this before that? I just really like it. And if anything, this is the 3rd time I'm going to say this on stream. The strategy I used, I copied from Derek last time. And so,
Oh, good.
So well done, you.
Yeah.
I have played this a lot of times.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even remember what my strategy is last time I played, so I try to push buttons.
Yeah. So Sarah, you've played this. This is number 5, number 6.
Number 5.
Right.
Yep. It's interesting because I've been lately randomly mulling over really tight worker placement games like this. So I actually just played White Castle last night and then Darwin's Journey because we got in such a debate after the top 50.
Right.
So I don't know, because I love engine building and I'm not usually good at the games that are very tactical in nature and you're trying to get the points within the game. I am terrible at those kind of games. I like engine building, point salads, stretch to the end game,
Right.
strategy. So these, I can't figure out how I feel. And typically I have this arc of I do really well the first time I play it. Then I get terrible. And
Why is that?
I don't know.
Trying to do too much.
No,
Because-
is it because you see the game more and so you want to try and pull more
I
levers
think the first
than
time
there
I'm
are?
kind of like, they're like, this is how you get points. Okay, and I do it and I get the points. The next time I'm like, okay, now I have an idea and I'm going to have a strategy. And it doesn't work because that's not what this, I mean, there obviously needs to be a strategy. But then if I play it more, then I get better at how do you do that strategy more efficiently over time. So this is what I found. Same with this game. I would say probably like my second and third play, maybe I didn't like those plays as much, but I always liked this game. And so now I feel like at least I have a better idea of how to be more efficient at my strategy. And so I really like this. It's also, in comparison to Darwin's Journey, there's just so much going on in Darwin's Journey, and there's so much that changes. And this is really, your actions are pretty consistent, but you've got the luck of the cards and what everybody else is doing. It's a lot of sniping spots and things like that, but I really like it, and I do like beer, so I enjoy brewing my beer.
I do like this game. It's probably one of the games that I played from the 23 games of newer games that actually still hits the table regularly for me. Probably Evacuation is the only other game of that year that actually still hits the table right now currently, and I think it's just because a lot of people find this game, even though it has a specific theme, that the theme doesn't really matter to them. It's really about the tightness of the worker placement and the ensuing puzzle based on what other players are doing. A lot of worker placement games can be heads down on their player board, which makes the board not as important. With this game, it's super important in understanding the flow and your timing, as well as being able to do what you want. Because I was kind of in a bind at the beginning of this game, which I know in this game that can happen. So you kind of play yourself out of that bind and try to get yourself ahead, but you're going to lose something by doing that, right? So because this is a race game, the mechanism basically you feel like you're being speeded up, even though you're not being sped up. As you get through the fourth round, you're pretty much like, oh, this game's going to end soon.
Right.
So what can I do to
fast.
possibly do it? And the speed of what you've already done previously, you're building here and you're building there, which is kind of, there is tableau building somewhat there, and you're building up to be run more efficiently. So were you efficient enough to do that stretch at the end, which Martin did really, really well?
Yeah.
So for me, there's so much about this game that I like. As I'm listening to y'all, I'm trying to, organize my thoughts and trying to, organize it in a way that makes sense. So first off, the thing that I enjoy the most is the fact that everybody has 5 workers effectively, right? Each round. But there are 4 different types of workers.
I love that.
There's the turn order worker, which it's not only there's the turn order worker, there's the experience workers, there is the truck worker, and then there is your admin. The only one...
And the ability to exchange between them.
Right, exactly, right. You can use your turn order worker to become a truck worker or to become a experience worker as well. And you're competing against the other people for 4 of those. The only one that you're not competing, like no one can block you out of your admin one.
Correct.
But even without them being able to block you out of the admin one, it's still a matter of prioritizing what I need to do, but also trying to figure out what y'all are prioritizing to be able to, can I wait on this? Because 4 of the 5 or 3 of the 4 areas are all competitive. And because there's only usually 1 or 2 locations for a given thing, it is incredibly tight. And it is incredibly tense. Like, I am stressed 100% the entire time I play this game.
Yeah.
Like in Samurai, that's a 45-minute to 60-minute, I am constantly on the edge of my chair and I'm exhausted after that. This takes it to 2.5 hours and I'm just totally spent because every single action, it's not just the actions I'm trying to do and trying to order them in the order I need to do them, but I need y'all to get out of my way. And when you don't, Then it's a matter of, okay, how do I lemonade the lemons that I've been handled or I've been served, and that balancing between the timing of the various workers, and again, the truck, those aren't limited, but they're limited for the bonus thing, and that bonus thing can be key. And the experienced workers to be able to take bonus actions, making sure that I have a high enough level of bonus worker. And because sometimes there's only one available spot to be able to do that, it is such a wonderful juggling act. And I don't drink beer, but I still enjoy the theme. I like the idea of being brewers and doing this, even though at its core, it's a recipe fulfillment race game.
Yeah.
That's really all this game is.
It really is what it is.
But it's so much more than that.
Yeah, it's
and
great.
The bonus actions, in addition to the regular actions, make it feel like if I do this, then I can take this bonus action, which allows me to do this and this. And it feels like you're stacking up dominoes. And then when someone screws you, it's like they took a domino out from the middle. And now the front ones don't knock down the back ones.
Right. And you're like, wow, that's half as good as it could have been, damn it. Right?
Especially being a Euro gamer, right? Because
Yeah.
we want that action to be as best as it possibly can be.
Yeah.
And the fact of what you're saying about those two workers and that the entire center of the board, which is the meat of the game, is so important. So even saying, hey, I'm just going to negate the next round and be last just to get that extra worker, it seems like a good trade-off
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
a worker placement game.
We gave out a record number of Glory to Romes,
Yeah,
too,
I
right?
was gonna
And
say, we
I don't
just-
think anyone hate drafted or went someplace else to block another person.
No,
It's just
there's
you
not
get in their
enough
way
room
by
for that.
accident.
Yeah.
Well, but there is some, I'm getting in your way on purpose in a sense that if I don't do this, I know it's going to get taken from me, so I have to do this
Right.
now.
But you're doing it because you want to. Not
Right, yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, there is so much here
Yeah.
that is a competitive knife edge at 4 players. I've never played it with less than 4, but I know there's blocking
Yeah.
or there's spots blocked off.
I play mostly 3.
Yeah.
And it is tougher. I do enjoy the 4-player experience more because
do
the
too.
blocks tend to make it very difficult in certain areas. Like the blocking of the upgrade makes it really difficult for 3 players to get their workers experience, so they're enjoying the bonus board. So I feel like when you're choosing, I would say just experience of playing this game has shown me not to choose the blocking of the upgrades as one of the first times you play, or the second time you play as experienced players. Can play without getting upgraded meeples because they can figure out a way to get around that. But the upgraded workers are better for people that just start playing the game because then they're able to do more in their turn, which is
Do
better.
those space blockers, you choose where they go out?
Yeah,
I thought they
so
came
there's
out
4,
randomly.
Well, there's 4
This-
cards that you can choose, 4 to 5
Oh,
cards,
okay.
and 2 of those have blockers
Maybe
on
there's
this
the
spot.
option, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to
See,
block that space
right.
and this space.
And that's what I don't love about that, because that is really frustrating. Like if it's all of you, then I
Mm-hmm.
also know that I've got a chance to change the turn order the next time and come back and get it in the next round. But
Sure.
when that space is blocked
That's right.
for the whole game,
Because of player count,
and
right? It's just
because of
unavailable, right?
player count,
Yeah.
and 3 is the hardest for that, because if there's only one, I don't love that.
But everyone is playing with that same handicap, though.
Well,
Yeah.
they are, but it's
But-
but there's the third player tends to, in that scenario, the third player just gets locked out, so that you have to choose this track to be up front. So it's almost like it's something that you need to do at the very beginning of the game, and then you become a slow starter automatically by doing that. But the starter cards, obviously, there's 2 starter cards that have that in there, so most likely it'll end up in somebody's hand. You can make it so that one of those cards are in the 3 players' hands. So there are ways, because there's the exact amount of starter cards there are players. Because there's exactly 12, which is kind of a little strange, but they want those cards specifically in players' hands for a reason.
Yeah.
So they thought about
Sure.
those cards being as great as they are.
The amount of luck that's in this game, as far as the draw deck and the way those come out, doesn't. I really don't have too much of an issue. Like both Sarah and I ran into, that would have been great if I had that card in hand
Yeah.
earlier, right? But again, it's about making lemonade, and just working around
We
things.
went through the whole deck, so we saw all the cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also it's forcing you to move up here too to increase your control over that.
Right, yeah. If you only have access to a couple of cards,
Yeah.
that's entirely,
That's your
like
fault.
you said, that's
Yeah.
your fault,
Yeah.
right? And I didn't upgrade my my infrastructure. I didn't have my extensions done out, and that really ultimately is what did me in.
Mm-hmm.
But even with that, it was still competitive. And so what this tells me is, while Martin is just better at games than all of us, outside of that, there are multiple strategies that
yeah.
work in this game, and it's not a
Yeah, yeah.
definitive, you
Yeah.
have to do this
Right.
or not.
Something
right?
interesting that usually happens, which didn't happen in this game, is in the round that it finishes, two or three people are all hitting the 20 on that turn, but they don't say anything to anybody. They kind of wait to do their deliveries at the end and then kind of like go in front. And it's really interesting because you'll have everybody playing all those cards, and then additional cards will get played that won't normally get played. That'll give just a couple extra points that the person didn't know about that will hold. Like that.
Sure.
3
Yeah,
points
yeah,
for the
yeah.
extensions or something
Right.
like
But
that.
there's a strategy to letting people know when you're ahead and you can go up to 20 just to demoralize them.
Sure, 100%.
if you can.
I
you can.
now I wasn't able to pull it off. I was a barrel short in my game, but I saw the end game when
Yeah.
the game is at 20. I was at 8, and I was like, okay, I have a path to 15 points next turn. I was one barrel short from pulling it off.
So close.
But I mean, it's so, even though like it feels like, wow, you're barely scoring in the first couple of rounds. When I was at 8, I was like, okay, I see a reasonable pathway to be able to get to 23 next turn, and that's going to be the end of it. Even notwithstanding what other people were
Yeah,
going
I
to
spent
do.
5 points, so
So,
6
yeah.
points in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, you take what you give, and
Yeah.
I
part of
almost
the game.
Sorry. I almost could have surprise ended it in the earlier round. On the penultimate turn, I went here for 2 points, and I was
Or
sitting
$2,
at $2, and I was sitting at 15. And I realized if I had come here, I could have got 3, or if I could have
That's what I
found a
thought
way to
you
do
were
an
gonna
extra
do.
delivery. And this was like one of the first or second things I did, and then I realized, because it didn't even dawn on me that I could have ended it that turn. And then as soon as I played my second move, I'm like, I could have ended it this turn, and I've already
yeah,
screwed
see,
myself.
yeah.
and
Yeah.
I historically do not like race games. However,
Who does
in this game, the fact that it is, again, it's a a recipe fulfillment race game at its core. But I like the fact that this doesn't soften the edge that a lot of modern Euros do. Finish the round and then everybody gets one more turn. To hell with that. If you are able to spring the trap and catch people unaware,
yeah.
It's so
God
good.
bless you.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yep.
I
that
love
should be
that ending.
rewarded
I love that
and
ending.
not penalized.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I like the fact that this is a throwback in how tight it is, a small footprint, like physically on the
Yep.
table, but also just with that sudden end potentially. There's
Yeah,
so much to
it's
like
great.
here. The component quality is great. The
Iconography.
artwork, the iconography, like.
Multi-use cards.
Yeah, it's just a win all the way
you
around.
can tell that everybody that works on this game has made a lot of games, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
for
the
sure.
designer, the illustrator, it's like the publisher. Like everybody has made games and is good at making games, because it felt like a throwback game where it was almost like, oh, this game could have existed a while ago, although it has a bit of modern pieces to it, but
Yep.
it just feels the way it flows, the way it
Yeah.
teaches. Because any game that I can teach that's a heavier game, I can teach in less than 15 minutes. That's like a super win. for
Not
me.
teaching the full thing, but yeah, like
Yeah, I mean, when I'm teaching
Yeah,
other
yeah.
designers,
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
take shortcuts, and if they're not glossed over, I'm just going to keep going with the rules
Right,
until they
yeah.
gloss over on me.
And this game is just begging for every time you brew a beer, you gotta chug one.
People actually have that,
they have a drinking game
Yeah.
built around this. So,
and
yeah.
actually they'll do a different beer each round,
right.
or they'll have sips depending on what they're
No,
doing.
I think it works. Like everything about this game just feels like it works, like it's right. Like
Yes.
and yeah, it's clever, it's innovative, and yet feels like it could have been from 10, 15 years ago and it wouldn't feel out of place, right?
Would have been very different.
Oh yeah, for
That's the
sure,
thing,
for
yeah.
sure. But
And as far as just touching quickly on the expansions do add a little bit more to the game. They give you the availability of making a little bit more beer by home brewing, or you have to deal with the draft, which is the excess that comes off, which is negative, kind of a little Steffenfeld bit of it that gives you a little bit of negative consequence you have to deal with. That will give you negative points at the end of the game if you don't deal with it properly, because whenever you brew beer, there's excess that comes off of the beer. So with those different expansions, they kind of just alter the game just a little bit. And like somebody was saying in chat, by adding the different blockers and 3 players, that changes your experience. Because the game is so tight, any little bit of experience kind of makes it feels a lot more, especially if you played it multiple times.
cool. All right, so that is Bier Pioniere, Thomas Spitzer, and Spiel Feibel. And apparently you can order this online,
From the
like
publisher.
from the publisher directly, as well as you can get the English cards if you already have a copy of the whole 9 yards. So
I didn't pay anything extra for tariffs for the stuff from Germany, so I don't know if that's buying from Germany is better. I don't know.
but to be that was before. We'll see. So anyway, there you go. Yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed that. A big thanks to all y'all for doing this. Really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you haven't, and consider supporting the show.
Yeah,
Patreon.com
we'll take all your thumbs.
/HCHQ. Appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow. I think it's Age of Steam. I'm Edward.
I'm Derek.
Martin.
Sarah.
Y'all have a good night. Take care, everybody. Bye, y'all.